Okay. Alright. I guess I'm live. Let me double check. I am unsure. I keep on forgetting to put on very low latency. Yeah. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna have to remember that for the next time. Anyway, I already talked to her, didn't I? I didn't need to heal. That's what was happening, right? I believe so. This is quite a strange guy, by the way. Very interesting play style. Let's go, Tomato. Let's go to the milestone. Okay, so this playstyle for the Necromancer is rather difficult because, right, you have to build up until he becomes like the Lich. Not fun. And then whenever you transform into the Lich, it's not exactly the strongest. I should probably attempt to do some of these fights. I'm probably going to go from that one and around to that guy because that guy's pretty easy. While I have some light up, let's go here to the Sleeper. And hello, everyone. Alright. I really do not like the sick men, I'll say that. I shouldn't say hate. I dislike. Alright, so this is the one where they will constantly be attacking me because they're just jerks. My own friends will. All the living guys here, the Necro Worm. The ethereal worm, however, will just be attacking the enemy, which is good. Alright, I think I'm going to activate him. I suppose he deals such piddly damage, poor guy. We'll do it anyway. Alright, so I have the Red Death. I'll take that out. I suppose I should be bringing in a Golem. I do have a barrier, which will help me. Let's do that. Hop on a barrier, and you know what, why not? Let's give him some armor. I'll go from there. I could sacrifice. The way that the Necromancer works is that he needs to sacrifice his minions in order to upgrade his ultimate. Once it's full, he becomes a Lich. So, kind of valid. I think I'm actually going to sacrifice this guy. It's going to activate him, then he's going to become ethereal. Alright, let's go. That's a lot of Red Death cards. This stuff is going to reduce my max HP if I have it on me when these guys die. So I need to get rid of these pretty desperately. Man, I don't know if I should take out 3. Because currently this is going to deal 5 damage to me. Also 5 damage. Ooh, so I'll take 10. That is a little bit much. I guess I could just get rid of it. Let's do that. I'm not going to activate him. He's not all too useful in his other form, but yeah, let's do it anyway. Alright, so now we have the Golem. He just gives me some armor. He also grants barrier on all allies when he activates, giving me a little bit of alive. Alright. A lot of Red Death again. Let's see here. What do I even want to do? I suppose I could do Pride. I need to do it a couple more times to get Excalibur, which will deal a pretty giant hit. I don't have the ability to do any summoning, which is a kind of a shame. Let's just try to be a little bit on the defensive side. Alright. So I can bring in a worm. You know what? I think I'm going to bring in an abomination. This guy hits all enemies as opposed to just one. Let's just keep tacking on some barrier. Get rid of a little bit of that Red Death. Alright. Alright. Let's keep doing the same stuff. Let's get rid of the Red Death. Let's bring in the Golem. I could activate the Golem, but I don't think I will. Alright. Well, let's see. I don't really have anything that does too much damage. It could be, again, I think I'll just get rid of this, essentially a poison. Could also activate him. He'll give me a shield. I'll do that. Let's get rid of that Red Death. Add in the Abomination. I'm not going to activate him. Just give ourselves some barrier. The sleeper is going to come alive once one of these sick men dies. He's a little bit of a pain. Alright, let's do this. I'm also going to sacrifice you. Alright. Alright, so now I can become the Lich. Maybe I should. It will probably be easier to do the sleeper here. But first, let's bring in some ghouls for free. They deal a fair bit of damage to the enemy as well as to themselves. I think I'm going to activate one and see where we're at after that. Man, that's a lot of red death. It's free to get rid of that one. I have a bunch of scabs. Alright, let's turn into our Lich. Alright. Let's see. We have a couple of good attacks. I believe I have a duplicate. I think I'm going to do that in an energy wave. Bring in a ghoul for killing the guy, and the guy's just dead. Alright. Talking skull. Lovely. Very normal. Got a bunch of stuff here. Upgraded the cracked Ethel. Okay, so the cracked calc gets me 4 health after every combat. The Oz gives me 5% of max HP after every combat. I think 5% is 4 at the moment. So Oz isn't going to be all too useful in armor. Okay. I'm assuming there's a reason why I didn't choose these before, so. I haven't played since, what was it, Thursday? I think it was Thursday. So, let's go to the graveyards.
The cemetery is not a place you should linger, especially this close to the weirdness.
Let's loot.
You didn't notice the shift, but suddenly, instead of walking among human graves, you now walk among rugged, gigantic plates of weird stone. It seems to form a labyrinth of sorts, but you can't see any pattern to it. This place looks like a cemetery of giants, or perhaps of the Four Dwellers. Did the Four Dwellers bury their dead? Whatever this place is, lingering here doesn't seem like a good idea.
Valid. Alright, let's walk around anyway.
While wandering around, you find a fragment of an old gravestone.
Alright. 60 weird stone. That is a resource. Let's just keep it. Alright. Yeah, let's go to the next guy. I could go to that one. Maybe. Yeah. Kind of tough exactly the order that I want to take it. I could go to this one. This is a harder fight. If I do that, I'm going to have to pop a... Well, I think I will. I'll pop a candle and go in. Alright. Got a lot of attacking from the Abomination, but he also hits his allies. Let's bring in my Resurrected Golem to take on some hits. We'll give him a little bit of protection. I don't know if he really needs it, but he has it. We want him to sacrifice, so he's not going to be attacking me and be all annoying and all. He's going to hit me for some damage, so I guess we should take on some barrier. Alright. Let's see. We should probably bring in a second animated worm. We could also do an abomination. It would hit all the enemies over there. I think that we should. Let's leave it like this. Alright. Bring in the resurrected golem. Let's see from here. I don't want to be hit, obviously. He's not a bad addition. Raise from the dead, hits self and all enemies, doesn't protect Necromancer from hits. Yes, yes, yes. Fantastic. Okay. I should probably do a big hit here. That was what I got from the Tainted Force today. But which one do I want to hit? Probably him. He's almost dead. When he goes and he goes, this guy should die. which would be very beneficial. I kind of want to have more barrier, but that means I can't do pride, but I suppose you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's bring in another worm, sacrifice him. I'll do some attacks. Oh, and he is a level 4, so it'll last a little while. Bring in these ghouls. They're going to be doing some attacking. I might just be able to kill these guys, actually, at this point. Let's bring in a barrier, just in case I'm wrong. Activate. Could even become a lich, but let's just let him die. Alright. To level 5 we go. Alright, let's take that off. I mean, let's put on the smoke bomb, yeah. I guess it's better. Alright, here we go. Paralysis. Stun a chosen enemy, reduce the enemy's armor by 25. I don't have any way to stun, do I? I don't believe this character does, so that's probably what I'm going to take just because. Occasionally there are enemies that you really need the ability to stun, so let's take paralysis. There's also shamanic knowledge. Offer 5% of max HP, which is 4, to gain barrier on all minions and yourself equal to twice the HP lost. Invoke a Fae. I don't like this because you're just damaging yourself to gain a little bit of barrier. Also, a Fae isn't all too useful. And then need for worm is sacrifice a minion to summon a worm. I don't think that's worth the 2 energy cost. Let's just do paralysis. Alright, Calcanistan. Let's merge. Now we have to decide where we want to put this, which is now the next problem. Do I need high max health? Let me think about that one. Probably not. I think that the bigger concern is that we need to keep up with the damage and healing. Let's do a crack stand up there so that we reduce the enemy's armor by 10. That sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Alright. Hello, blacksmith.
What am I doing here? Well, looking for resources, obviously. Here,
Yes.
look what I found recently.
Cracked eel. What was that one? I always forget. Every 3 turns deal maximum damage, or for the enemy every 3 turns they will deal minimum. No. Alright, let's keep going. Let's go this way. The fortune seller, guarded by an abomination and 2 human, I forget what they're called, disgusting bags, infected humans. Okay. Alright, so he's dealing 8 damage. It's not a big deal to block this. I could bring in a barrier and sacrifice him. If I do that, I won't take any damage. Alright. Let's do that, and then we need to sacrifice one of these guys. It doesn't really matter. Let's sacrifice him. Let's go. Now, I believe I take nothing. Yep. Okay. Excuse me. Well. A resurrected abomination wouldn't be too bad. It hits them all. And these infected humans are going to explode in a moment, which is a pain. But can't really do much about it. Let's sacrifice him. Make him flip. We can do a ritual. It could be good to do that on the ethereal abomination just to split out the damage. Not a bad idea. Yeah, I guess I'll do that because it's going to be like, what is that, 9 on average to everybody. But they do have less armor, so it's about 10. Yeah, let's have him go. Alright, not too bad. Alright. So I need him to activate a bunch. Alright, we got one. We got these ghouls to go. Hopefully they can just kill him. Let's activate you. Alright, we're through. We did it. Hooray. Alright, consecrated oil for extra damage. We got an Ethel. Each card played increases your damage by 5%, but I don't attack as a Necromancer. It also increase armor, but I have a level 2 Ethel already there. Alright, hello, fortune seller.
Good day, stranger. Are you in need of some guidance?
Yes. Let's see what you got. Okay, these aren't terrible. I do like the Talking Skull a lot. Discard all cards in hand and draw 4. That is so nice for emergencies. But luckily I already have one. Do I need to ever fully charge my ultimate? I'm not entirely sure. I don't really use the Necromancer, or sorry, the Lich all too often. I'm just going to leave these there. There is a shop back at home base, and I think that the things are a little bit cheaper. Alright, hello, Witch. Alright. Let's see. So I want to prioritize worms. Luckily I have a bunch of them. Alright. Alright, let's bring this guy in. We're going to immediately sacrifice him so that he switches over to the ethereal form. We'll leave it like that. We also need to grab some barrier so we don't take too much damage here. May as well give him some armor. Alright. Huh. Not too good, huh? I don't really have anything that deals damage. I could stun him, which isn't terrible. I could do that. Yeah, I suppose that's really the only thing to really do. Let's stun him, and then we're going to bring in the Fae. The Fae is a little bit interesting because he actually heals me. Let's do that now. So I'm full health. Alright. This guy's about to go off. I don't think there's a single way for me to prevent that. Sadly. We probably should bring in the Abomination then, as he does group attacks. Let's also make him activate. Let's pop on one more ritual, one more barrier just to keep ourselves okay. And then we'll activate this Abomination. Okay. Alright, so the infected human turned into 3 flesh-eating maggots, as one does. Now let's bring him in. He's going to be activating in a moment. Let's have him go. Do some hits. I don't think that we have too much of an issue anymore. We can stun this guy, because why not? I guess we may as well even flip. We get an additional energy for that whenever you switch into the Necromancer. Alright, let's just do an energy wave. Hit everybody. Get some barrier. Alright. Crack stand. We got another one of those. Alright, hello, Witch.
Okay, what if we're also echoes of a powerful desire? And is there any desire stronger than the urge to live? What if we found a yearning even stronger than that? What would it do to the weirdness around us?
Too many questions. Can you help?
What could it be that you think you need? I have to warn you that nothing is free here.
Never. Alright, so I can spend health to essentially get some different stuff. Whoa, I can lose 60 max health to remove 5 cards. That's not going to happen. Man, that's crazy. I can spend 10 health to gain a weird candle. Not too bad, but I don't think so. Because I am kind of low on weird candles. I just have 3. I want to grow stronger, gain a random stat boost. I think I'll do that. It's not removing max health, so. What do we get? 10 armor? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that works for me. Alright, we just have one fellow. One singular afflicted human. Infected human, sorry. Bring him in. Let's grab some barrier and go. Oh, I should have done a last activation. That was my bad. Alright. So, let's see. They're going to... This guy's going to die. Totally. Totally. Let's have him attack and switch. And then do a couple activations. Yep. Alright. Send it. Perfect. I do like a throwing knife. I think that, yeah. Let's remove the smoke bomb, add a throwing knife. Okay. Cracked Ethel, cracked Ken. I'll take them both. Alright. Nothing special over here, huh? Alright. Let's go over here. I'm probably going to grab... Who's that? Oh yeah, the priestess that heals. Let's grab a wood candle. Thank you. With this weird candle, we're going to be doing this really tough fight. The Treasure Guardian. Now let's go. Okay. So, we have the Grotesque Nobleman. So there's him. He has 2 Undying Subjects. Basically, the Grotesque Nobleman will hit his subjects to heal himself. When the Undying Subjects will hit us. Once we kill one, he'll turn on his master temporarily. That's the basics. So let's remove their armor. I kind of want to bring in this golem just to soak up this damage. And let's get a barrier up. And yeah, let's have him go. Alright. I could bring in an animated worm, just a stronger one. I think I shall. I could also bring in a Fae. I don't have much to spend my resources on. Let's have him activate. Turn. Let's leave it like that. Okay. Let's see. We want to bring in the other animated worm. He will help for sure. He will be activated. Grab some more barrier because he's about to go. Alright. He's not going crazy well, but it's not going bad either. Alright, let's bring in the worm. Let's sacrifice him again. He switches. He deals more damage now. In theory, I could sacrifice him and then become a lich, but I might wait for that for the following round. Let's just attack. Yeah, leave it like that. Well, we're getting there. I could switch now while I have all the energy, but let's at least bring in the ghoul. Let's activate him now, and then I'll switch to the lich. And let's see. We can do an energy wave. We probably... Well, we don't really need to duplicate it, do we? No. Alright, so they're attacking their friend now. So we probably got it from here. What else could I do? Deal some damage, stun an enemy for 2 turns. Is he immune? No, he's already stunned. It doesn't really matter what I do. We'll just hit him a bunch, and he's out. Okay, we're alive. This is one of the most bizarre classes.
You found what was protected by this beast. When you filled your pockets up to the brim with gold, 3 ethereal chests materialize in front of you.
Alright, so I can either grab 10 more armor, 100 weird stone, which I don't need. I don't really... There's not much to really spend with weird stone anymore. I can just probably upgrade the big heal you get at the end of every run a little bit. I don't think I really need that. Let's just grab some armor. I am not confident at all, so we'll go from here. Alright, so I don't want to talk to her. She just heals me, and I'm at full health. I've already done this, didn't I? I don't remember. We'll see. The hunting grounds.
The local hunters call this ancient skull the Stag Father and lay charms and offerings around it. The legends say the Stag Father takes the dreamers away to join him on a great hunt.
Alright, let's hunt. Alright, we got 3 of these frightened stags. The frightened deers, sorry. They're not that deadly. Golem, barrier. Activate. Protect, sure, why not? Alright, I still have my armor. Let's bring in this abomination. We probably want him to switch. Then we could just make him go. Probably the way to do this. Alright. Well, he's close to death, kind of. Let's bring in the animated worm, do a last activation. Bring in a ghoul. Can I activate again? I can. I guess I will. Alright, he's getting there. Might die. Right there. Well, actually, it's guaranteed to die, let's be honest. Alright, 10 meat. Lots of food, I'll take it. Alright, so that's the final boss. Ooh, I didn't realize I missed that guy. Well, oh well. Let's do this one. Let's try not to burn a candle. That one I can do without a candle. Alright, so I did it at the beginning. So both of these are bad, but they could be worse, which is create 10 barrier on all enemies, or lose 10% of your current HP. Losing 8, actually, I think I'm going to be okay with that, because I might be able to heal with the Fae later. So I'll let it go, as much as I don't like that. Alright, I should probably do a stun, since we don't really have any good creatures to bring out. However, if I do that, no one is defending. Is he immune to stun? No, it doesn't say that. So if I stun him, I'll get a total of 12 damage at me. I guess I'll do just one single barrier and have him activate. Alright. He'll take a little bit of damage. Alright. So I still don't have my defensive guy, which is obviously a pretty big concern. I could do a talking skull because that would guarantee the draw. There's nothing I really want to play ahead of time, sadly, even. So maybe I'll just do that. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, talking skull. Let's bring in the golem because they're doing a little bit too much damage than I prefer. Alright. Alright, we're doing fine. Bring in the animated worm. Yeah, let's do another barrier. He's not going to be here for much longer. Make him activate. Now let's go. Alright, so he's gone. Got 2 ghouls because 2 individuals have died. We could do a last activation on one of them. We could stun somebody. I could delay that one, but yeah, you know what? Let's do a little bit of a paralysis on that guy, because these 2 should both get killed. Do a last activation on you. Alright, not bad. Could bring in an animated Fae, but he's gonna hit me. Well, but he can also heal. I'll leave it. I'll let you go, bud. Alright. Let's make him activate so I'm back to full health. Now what can I do? I can activate another minion. We're out of here. Alright. We don't really need meat. Let's do consecrated oil. I believe I can... I think I can put that on somebody. Alright, we have an animated abomination. So I can summon an abomination that starts at level 4. I can do self-awareness at the start of each turn, promote a minion. That's actually pretty good in this character's case, in the Necromancers, because that prevents them from dying. Because every round, they lower and increase. So if I really like somebody, specifically the Golem would be the one, I would give the Golem self-awareness so that it doesn't just die all the time. Arcane Shield is also really good because you gain 10 barrier per minion. That's very nice, but I should do a self-awareness. Alright, here we go. A new passive. Love me some passives. Alright, increase the Lich's armor by 25. That's an absolute no. No way on that one. Soul Division. Every minion starts with 30 barrier. Okay, if 3 or more minions are sacrificed in the same turn, I don't think that's ever happened in my life. However, whenever you transfer into the Lich, you do sacrifice all minions that are currently alive. That can happen, but it's just extraordinarily rare. Soul Division, every minion. I mean, I suppose I'm going to have to do Soul Division, especially since that pairs well with the card that I just got. Maybe we'll go with that. Because that means my Golem will both get a bunch of barrier, and also if I can get the self-awareness card on him, it won't even be going away. Huh, is there something to click on? A Futhark.
Sometimes I think the stones might be magical. See these markings? I don't know what they are, but when they glow, they look so pretty.
Take 3. Well, or do I want to rare run? I can't think of any stone in particular I want. So I guess we'll just get some common. Thank you. Alright, let's see. Let's combine these runestones. The Polished Scar isn't too terrible. It increases your damage by 4. I actually don't know if this affects my summons. You know what? Let's do a little bit of a test. We're going to switch to Gar and see what my summons are like in the next fight. Maybe their damage is like a certain percentage of the damage I deal. The answer is no, they're the same. That's the same damage as before. Oh well. Oh well. Alright, yeah, so that runestone is not helpful. Okay, so it's just one fellow. Just one little guy. I don't have anything defensive, so that's not good. At least I don't do a double check. No, I could bring in Pride, but excluding that, I don't think that anything makes too much sense. Let's do that. Let's activate him. Do Scimitar. Oh, he got stunned, because that makes sense. Absolutely, 100%. Oh, stun a random enemy after playing 15 cards. Perfect timing for Sigil. Okay. Absolutely keeping track of that. All pre-planned. I knew 100%. Alright, so if I do a ritual, I just kill him. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. Cracked calc. Alright. Alright, let's go face the boss. But first we'll go here. Should I grab a random bonus or a light? Let's grab a random blessing. Let's do it. You lost 0? So I healed 0 health, so that's a shame. I just wasted that one. There's a chance that it heals you, there's a chance it gives you armor, a chance it gives you more damage, that kind of stuff. Alright, but before we go in, we need to drop off this Gar, because now we know definitively it does not help. Let's see. I suppose we're just going to continue taking the one that reduces the armor. Where did I put it? I know it's a cracked stand, but I thought I had it upgraded. Huh, I guess I didn't. Okay. Let's go. Now, okay. I was going to say, it recently did a card at the end of the last mission, or at the end of the last battle, so it shouldn't give me this. Luckily, if I do not play it, I just lose 75% damage. Not a big deal. Let's pop another one. Now we're at very high burn level. Okay. So what I need, and I don't have, is a golem. That is a big concern. Well. Could do a couple blocks here. Also, I have self-awareness. I can't even use it. Can't use it. Well, I could, but it wouldn't be helpful. Alright, let's bring in the animated worm. Let's do an last activation on him. He removes a little bit of that guy's armor. And we're going to do this wooden flute, which gives me 2 block. Quite helpful. He's level 1, he's level 4. I guess we'll activate him. I could, in theory, bring in an animated minion. This animated Fae. He will heal me, but I probably shouldn't. I'm not going to take much damage. Also, he's going to hurt me anyway. So yeah, let's just activate this guy. Okay. Alright. Well. So, the way that the golem works is if I'm able to stun him, he kind of cracks off and he loses a ton of armor. When he cracks off, he's going to have other guys do some attacking. I guess I could do risk. It is, in fact, risky because they lose 10 armor until the end of combat, but I'll do it. Alright. Could do a promotion at some point. The Resurrected Abomination isn't too bad. I suppose that is the way I'll go. I have several of those, and these guys are kind of stacking up. And, man, yeah. Ugh. If I sacrifice him, that means there's no way they're going to... That means that they're absolutely going to attack me, I should say. That is a little bit of a concern. At the moment, it's 50-50. They're either going to attack me or one of my... Well, actually, it's a 1 in 3. I forgot this guy's still alive. Huh. I guess we'll leave it. We'll just see what happens. Alright. They did not hit me, which is good. Let's bring in this golem. We want him to stay in the fight, but he probably won't for very long. Let's also grab a little bit of barrier because they're going to be hitting me. A little bit. A little bit. Okay, well, I don't want him to go, but I don't have a promotion. I don't have the self-awareness. It's the automatic promotion. So sadly, the golem is going to go. Can't do too much about it. The ghoul is free, so maybe I'll bring in the ghoul. We can also have him activate. And now he's gone. And then we can bring in the animated. What's the gamble this time? Gain a block and an energy and draw a card. I don't need a block at the moment. Oh, I can promote him now because he's able to draw. I suppose I should. Alright. Hopefully that'll give him enough time for me to get self-awareness. The answer to that is no. Alright, let's reduce all their armor. I do have a paralysis, but he's going to pop out another rock. All these rocks, very rocky. I mean, it doesn't hurt. Well, so he's going to die, right? Let's think. I guess I should paralyze him. He's hitting too hard. It also lowers his armor. Alright, now we have his little buddy over there. We will just do a last activation on you. And then we shall do some rituals. Or a ritual. Okay. Alright, wow. 56 to 67 damage. That is a little bit high. So we're absolutely going to have to play one of these gain a block stuff. But that's not going to be enough, is it? It isn't. I also do not... excuse me. I also do not have my golem. He died too soon, huh? I could become a lich in this case. Is that even going to be helpful? It might a little bit. What needs to happen probably is for me to do 2 gambles. Be able to block this one and this one. And then kill this guy. That's kind of the goal. I could bring in the resurrected ghoul. I could make him activate. If I have to do this, I have to decide now because I have to do 2 gambles, last activation, and then transform. I guess I'll do it. Well, now I have the golem, so now it's redundant or pointless. I'll do it anyway. Alright. That didn't count as a sacrifice, huh? Alright, so that means I'm going to have to do the Resurrected Golem. I can also do self-awareness, but he's going to die here, absolutely. Also, what's going to happen is they're going to attack. He's going to kill him with his group. Then these two will likely hit me. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's do the Resurrected Abomination. Just grab some barrier. Man. Well, I'm in the fight. I'm alive at the moment. Supposedly. One might say I'm alive. And the golem is in my discard, correct? Yes. He is in my discard. Well, I can become a lich immediately. I would get several energy for that. I'd also bring in these ghouls. I probably will. Let's do a last activation. Have him just activate. If I have anything else that costs 0, I could do a scapegoat, but that doesn't exactly help. What else could I do? Protection isn't going to be helpful. I guess I'm going to just have to switch into the Lich and hope that I can come up with something on the other side. Alright, let's see. I have the Tongue of Fire, which would deal a lot of damage. What would be preferable is if I'm able to kill these two and stun him, right? Or maybe stun and then kill those two. I do have a Shocking Grasp. I guess I'll go for that. So he's stunned, I don't have to deal with him. Also, he didn't pop out a rock, which is good. The energy wave isn't going to get a kill. If I duplicate it, it should get two, well, 1. Oh, 2, good. Alright, let's bring in 2 ghouls. I can seize the opportunity. I'm kind of feeling like the little guy. He's stunned for 2 rounds, which is nice. Alright, 7 more hits and he's going to be mad. Okay. Let's get rid of these little guys. They're becoming a little bit too much. Let's hit 1 apiece. Alright. This honestly is not too bad. They somehow are making it. Okay. Let's think. So I have a bunch of group attacks. This guy's going to die. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't have a golem incoming. I don't know if I even want to kill him because they're going to kill him anyway. Let's plop that on the golem. I may as well, if I activate him, he's going to kill himself, right? So it doesn't really matter if I do or don't activate him. I could bring in the animated Fae. He's going to heal me, so maybe I will. Let's also do a barrier, and then we will have him activate to give me a little bit of a boost. I could also sacrifice him. Not a bad idea. Then I'd heal by 10. I guess I'll do 12, right, apparently. Alright. Well, I only had 11 left, but... Alright, yeah, let's leave it. Alright. Let's see. I can turn into a Lich again, which means I can probably stun him again. Let's do a hit on the little guy. Bring him in. Do a last activation, just dealing some damage out here. And yeah, I could bring in the golem and then do self-awareness, but the golem would probably die in the first round. It'd be very close. I believe he has about 85 health. And then this would be 45, 55. Well, I'm including the barrier in it. So I could bring in the golem and then just do self-awareness to keep him alive. Maybe I will. I don't typically... Oh, what was that? I thought I was giving himself a... Oh. I did... Oh, he was the only option. I was very confused. Okay. I don't want to change. I guess I'll just leave it here. Let's go and see what happens. Alright, since he was stunned, we're good. I could bring in a barrier. He's going to be hitting me because he's alive and he's mad at being alive. Alright, let's summon the worm. I could promote one of these guys. I mean, he keeps promoting himself. I could bring in the Fae again. I'm a little bit hurt, but it's not a big deal. Let's do a last activation on that worm instead. Okay, so he's dealing some damage. I guess we'll pop on some more barrier and go. He's gonna be close to death. Ooh, 3 health left, huh? Interesting. I could stun the golem. I probably should. I do lose armor. Let's stun. Maybe now's the time to become a lich. Maybe I'll do it now. I have a lot of energy. Not too much I can really do. Alright. So 5 energy now. Let's see. I probably should do the duplicate energy wave as I always do. That seems good to just give myself a bunch of defense. Well, a bunch of barrier. 110. Power Steel. Reduces enemies' damage by 50. Increases yours by 100. I guess I could have done that before that last attack. I do have Hell Raise, which is good. Let's see. I don't exactly need... Well, I could do Funeral Fog, just give myself a big barrier once I switch. I believe I retain it. I'm actually not sure. I think that I do. I could do a new beginning and restart. Let's do a Tongue of Fire. How much damage can we deal? 19 to 20. Alright, so we can kill that one. Can we kill this one? Unlikely. Well, I'll take the risk. It's possible. 7 health left. Still, yeah, died from the worm. That's good. Alright, we have a couple ghouls. Ooh, I'm full. I am full. Alright, let's do a last activation. Pop out. Where'd the ghoul go? There's the ghoul. Pop out the ghoul again. That works for me. Now what do we want to do? We can do Seize the Opportunity. Let's hit the little guy as well. Yeah. Ooh, thought he was gonna die. Okay. We can activate some minions. Let's activate him. Alright, good. We stunned that kid. That kid. Alright, I am tempted to do Pride. Just to get it out of the way. Once I do it one more time, then I get Proud Excalibur for the future. But it only has 3 charges. Too many options, huh? Alright, yeah, how useful is activating at the moment? It would be nice. You know what, let's just do Pride. Let's get it over with. So now we have Proud Excalibur on us. We could just use it. I mean, look at that. Like, pushing, you know, that's a ton of damage, obviously. I could just kill him, but I should probably save Proud Excalibur for a future fight. Which I don't like doing. Yeah, I'm not taking damage. And also, if I change my mind, if things are getting hazy or risky, I can just pop it out. Alright, let's stun him again. Just get rid of that situation entirely. We can also reduce everybody's armor by 25. Let's sacrifice you. Activate you. Almost there, bud. We're going to draw an additional card next round. Alright. So I have to bring in a... Well, I don't have to bring in a Fae. I might bring in a Fae later. I can do a Seize the Opportunity. Let's see. Honestly, an Abomination isn't too bad. To paralyze him, he's hitting too hard. Honestly, maybe I will do this now. Well, okay, let's do a last activation. Let's switch into the Lich again. Getting some extra damage, or extra block, or not block. Extra energy now. Okay, let's see. So we absolutely want to do the energy wave again. The thing that I was considering before is that here, you always get different stuff, so you have to kind of keep track. Reduce an enemy's damage by 50 and increase yours by 100%. I could do that. Sure. Let's do that. Let's double our damage output. Let's do a duplication and then an energy wave. Oh, nice. Let's bring in a ghoul. Seize the opportunity. Let's kill this guy. Another ghoul. Might be able to kill this guy. Nope, almost. Alright. Another sees the opportunity. We get yet another ghoul. And another ghoul. I could bring him in. I suppose I should. Sacrifice one of these guys. Alright, so we have Excalibur again. Yeah, let's do a seize the opportunity. Yeah, pretty hurt. He's probably not happy. Is that like... Oh. Yeah. I didn't draw a golem. I don't have enough to sacrifice a total of 6. I can get to 5, I think. If I sacrifice if I... No. Okay, I got to use Spread Excalibur after all. Farewell. 2,904 damage. He was about to deal 100 damage to everybody. Wasn't exactly something I would be able to survive, sadly. Alright. Lots of these. Anything I can combine? Yay. More calc.
This feels like an echo of something that happened before. Like then, you're left with the sensation of a strange power growing within you.
So this is actually a pretty interesting one. Because you have to take the Weirdstone Heart in order to fight the, like, quote-unquote true boss. But I don't think my guy's gonna make it, and the special passives are really strong after you defeat somebody from an act. This actually is a difficult one because I don't have faith in myself, but let's try it. Let's go big. Weirdstone Heart it is. All right, and to the village. Farewell, Act 1. Hey, buddy. You know what, Bard? Can you switch the music? It's... Come on. There we go. What do I want to do? Dark. That's the traditional song. Let's do sad. Sadder. I even hear it. Maybe we'll play in a minute and I'll decide later. Anyway.
The blacksmith is hard at work when you approach him.
Hello, sir. Nothing? Cool. Let's buy some runes. I don't need another Eol. Don't need another tier. It would put me over the edge to be able to combine them for more runestone dust, but I don't think so. Alright. Exchange. Swap one of your own runes for another of the same rarity. Ooh, I have a feeling... Well, I'm not going to be using the I don't know what mythical runestone I even want is the problem. I'm unsure. I will say that it in the armor slot isn't too bad. Reduce the energy cost of the 4th card played by 1. Because you're always guaranteed a 0-cost card, so that's 1. So then it's essentially the 3rd. Well, maybe this isn't too bad, because it might let you play or use 1 additional card. So you know what? Let's switch it out and see if that's going to help us in the next area. Healing is nice, but I am able to heal myself a little bit, just a little bit. You know what? Let's make our first round nice and pleasant, and we'll put a calc in there so we draw 2 additional cards in the first round of combat. My Wolfie died really early on, so we need to summon him back. Poor guy. Where are you? Was he by me already? Where's Wolfie? I don't see him. Well, he should be here. He's probably stuck somewhere. Alright. There's nothing really to take with healing. I bought a healing mixture earlier, but I don't think it's actually going to be... I think I'm going to be doing okay with healing, because if you sacrifice a Fae, you get to heal by 10. So, not a big deal. Let's see what the scientist has. What do you got? Yeah. Sackfather may help you, or maybe you'll just die. I don't know about that one. The warding lore isn't too bad. I was kind of hoping for something better. I don't want to restock either, so we'll leave it. Thank you, ma'am. We do want to get 1 more of these. We're a little low.
Good to see you.
Oh yeah, I need to go out in the weirdness again. Yeah, I need at least one. I could actually take two for safety reasons. What am I at the moment? I'm at 6. 6, you know what, 6 is okay. We have some milestones. Oh, no, I'm at 7. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Let's go. Ah, yes, Act 2. Okay, so there's the final boss. It looks like it kind of goes off branching over there. Kind of interesting. Let's go to the Treasure Guardian first. I could have gone to that milestone, but I think I'm going to go there later. Do I see another milestone in the distance? I don't think so. I do not believe so. Hello, sir. If there is one around here, I really want to activate it, though. Because that would be perfect. But I don't see it. Okay. Do the lighting. Let's go. Alright. Okay. I, again, do not feel crazy confident, but maybe we can do it. I'm not using Proud Excalibur. And by the way, the reason why I didn't want to use it before is because it only has 3 uses. I wanted to save it for the next act for the boss if I ever was in a dire situation. But anyway, alright, so we have a Corrupted Giant. Every turn this enemy will increase its damage and lose a bit of its armor. The Rat deals absurd amounts of damage. If he kills allies, he's weaker. Got the Faceless Hunter. Deliver more hits unless it's stunned. And there's the Blood Carver, who brings in a Bloodstone that heals everybody if you destroy it. But when it's in play, he will attack and he deals a lot of damage. This isn't the easiest fight to come across, if I'm honest, to start this out. Okay. Let's think this through. Let's try to be smart about it. We should probably play this first. Reduce armor of all enemies. Alright, so they're all more unhappy than they were before. Let's think. I absolutely want to bring in this barrier. Very important. I probably want to bring in the worm and the abomination. I think I can also afford it. Yeah. The reason why I can is because I am now taking the rune that the 4th card I play is reduced by 1. So let's bring in the abomination. So we have a ton of monsters here. They take some hits. Let's transform him so he doesn't hit me. And I don't want to do Scapegoat. Okay, I guess we'll do an activation with the big guy. Let's see how this goes. I don't have the most armor in the world. I could grab a couple blocks. The main concern is obviously the rat. Let's do it. I'll sing the flute. Alright, they didn't even hit me. Well, we definitely need the resurrected golem in a reasonable bit. Let's add in protection for him. Try to keep him alive. Then let's sacrifice somebody. Let's sacrifice you, Abomination. Alright, now our next card is one cheaper. Well, we could put self-awareness on him. This would let him stay longer as long as he doesn't like get killed or anything. Because that never happens. Absolutely. Golems never die. Alright. He's good. Alright, so the golem will keep me alive. We absolutely want to do a barrier at some point, but let's bring in our ghoul. I guess we can do it now. Probably the right time, yeah. Let's do it. We have 2 energy left. I could bring in a worm. I can take the hits because he's gonna whack me. Yeah, let's do it. Let's bring him in. I could do a ritual. I shall. I'll do it on the big guy. Well, the big ethereal guy. I could transfer. Yeah, let's just sacrifice him. But we don't have to lose the barrier. Okay. Alright. Let's see. I need 2 more sacrifices. Alright, let's sacrifice the golem. Because we probably need some room. Alright. If I bring in the Fae, he'll heal me, but I don't have any damage to speak of. I'll just do that in a barrier. Let's see what they do. I should have promoted him. My bad. Reduce damage of all enemies by 75, or reduce the cost of one random card by 2 next turn. I don't need to reduce their damage. My golem is surprisingly doing well. What a shock. Okay. We should do a last activation on you. We're getting there. So now we can become a lich, but I don't think we need to. Bring in the worm, I think. Go wormy. We can do some activations. I should probably put on a little bit more of the barrier and then just have him activate. And yeah. Alright, we seem to be doing perfectly fine. Let's bring in you. We're gonna activate somebody. Well, sadly, these bloodstones are gonna be healing people. I could actually become a lich. Might not be a bad idea because they're all living. I gain a bonus for transforming when I have a bunch of living subjects. Let's do it. Alright, so I killed 4, so that means I gain, I believe it's 25% damage per sacrifice and then 10 barrier per sacrifice, if I remember right. Okay, let's see. I want to target him down in the Blood Carver. That would be the dream. I don't want to go random. I only have a couple of attacks that attack someone specifically. I mean, I can kill him, then I could duplicate and do... What could I do with the duplicate? I mean, I could do a Ring of Fire, which I don't know if it technically would attack twice. I can absolutely kill him, though. Yeah, I guess I could just... You know what? Let's do this. Where are you? Where are you, buddy? Power Steel. I gain a bunch of attack. We will just do our classic. Duplicate. And then let's do an Energy Wave, attacking him twice. All that's left is him. Let's bring in a ghoul, because he's there, and he's a friendly guy. And we'll do Tongue of Fire. It's over. Alright. Okay. Huh. Alright. Wild Summon. Summon Golem, Worm, Abomination, Fae. So that's literally everything. Lose 2 energy next turn. That's not nice. Immobilization. Stun all enemies. I have 1 stun. I could grab a second one. It's not important, though. All enemies is nice, but yeah, a lot of times enemies are immune to stun. I might do that. Inner Knowledge. Activate a minion and draw a card. Activating... Man. What would help me in the long run? Wild Summon would be nice because of the order that the summon is. As you see that it says Golem, Worm, Abomination, Fae. That is important because that means the first one that will come in is the Golem, then the Worm. So those are probably the 2 most important, followed by the Abomination and Fae. So maybe I will take Wild Summon, but that 2 energy loss is just like devastating. Because then the following round, I wouldn't be able to do much. The ability to lower the cost of a card wouldn't go off more than likely, which is a shame. I might, you know what, let's do it anyway. I don't have a second Golem, and that has almost killed me already. So, we should do it. We shall do it. Let's see, nothing too crazy there. Alright, Cursed Healer. You actually aren't going to help me. This guy... Yeah.
Godless healing! Godless healing!
He sells some healing poultices, healing mixtures, but not all too helpful because they're so expensive. I could grab 1. Warding Lore. Yeah, I guess I'll grab 1 of these. They're more expensive than back in the town in Connacht. I'm assuming it's Connacht. But yeah. Alright, let's go to the host. Anything you want to pop? I could pop. No, I won't. Let's not do the... Let us not do the candle. By the way, hello everyone. Hope you guys are having a good day. Alright. We have a blood carver. We've already seen him, or it. Bringing in a bloodstone. Faceless hunter. Kind of want to stun him. Corrupted giant. Every turn this enemy will increase its damage and lose a bit of its armor. And then the faith healer. Just doing some healing. As they do. So, having the golem this early is really nice. Let's give it some protection. We absolutely want to sacrifice this fellow. Everything is dirt cheap now. I am a little tempted to find the wolf at this point because he's so expensive. This might be a good time to do it. I'll do it. Alright, Woolsey. I haven't seen Woolsey in so long. I miss this guy. This is my best friend. Your faithful companion. He's just a little special. He is a little special. Alright, let's grab a little bit of armor as well. By the way, the thing I love about Woolsey is that every time when he's in, right, you get the card Pet the Wolf. I love the description. It looks so cute. You can't stand to not pet it. So cute. Okay. Let's think here. So yeah, he's fine. We absolutely need to do a self-awareness on him. So then that way he's not going to disappear. Let's do a promotion to feel safer as well. We could do a last activation, but he's not going anywhere. I need that golem to stay. Alright, looks like we're going to be fine. Let's bring you in. I kind of want a little bit more barrier. Luckily that was cheaper today. Let's do a last activation. Giving us some more cards. Huh, interesting. Now this actually is interesting. I am tempted to use the paralyze, but you know what, let's just do some rituals. We'll just do a couple, you know, piddly damage. Alright. Let's see. Wild summon in this case is not going to be helpful. We could bring in the resurrected Fae, but he just heals us, and we are at full health. Look at us. This round is kind of useless, sadly. May as well upgrade him. I mean, I could... Well, you know what? Okay, I'll bring in the Fae, and then the Fae's dead. There we go. Okay. He also does give a bonus. Whenever he's in this form, increases my energy by 1. So he's not completely useless. Alright. Well, so although we're not taking damage, they're also not taking much damage either. So that's going great. And Woolsey, man, his 4 damage? Come on, bud. Gotta do more than that. Alright, we should probably do some more sacrifices. At this point, we're going to have to become a Lich in order for this to proceed well. If I do that, the golem is going to disappear, but sadly, it is what it is. Let's activate Woolsey. He's our big damage dealer at 4. Woohoo! Oh yeah, I forgot to pet him. Good job, Woolsey. You're doing great. I missed you, bud. Alright. Let's think about this. So I could absolutely become the... Yeah, I should probably do the Necromancer now. But the sad thing is that Woolsey's going to get sacrificed as well. Poor kid. Poor kid. I don't make the rules, Woolsey. Alright, I could do a stun. Nah, let's just transfer now. We have a... Man, poor Woolsey. Alright, we have all this energy, all these cards. So let's think about it. We probably do want to do the exact same thing I always do, which is duplicating the energy wave, just to make sure that we are not going to be taking damage. They are hitting quite hard here. Let's do the power steal as well. So we gain extra damage. We'll do a duplicate energy wave, and now we have a ton of armor, so we're perfectly fine now. We feel a lot better about ourselves. Let's see. Eerie Gaze, huh? Eerie Gaze. Hellraise is free. All this stuff is free, but... Huh. Okay. I guess I could just go after the Corrupted Giant. He's a little high. If I do this, he's going to take 80% additional damage. I have my Tongue of Fire that I could use on him, which would be 3 hits. It would be close to 100. Maybe that wouldn't be enough. Well, that'd be close. Well, that'd probably be about 140. Well, I guess I could go for the Blood Carver has armor. Alright, let's just go for the Faceless Hunter. He's dealing too much damage at the moment. Eerie Gaze. And die. Ah, I can bring in my pet ghoul. Hey, Clockwork. Buddy. Jumping in and seeing you at 20 warms my bones. Keep it up. Me and my partner are out hiking for the next few days, so haven't been able to get cell signal. Glad I got to say hi-oh. Hey, Clockwork. It's nice seeing you. I know, I was shocked. Like, the numbers were really bad, and then all of a sudden it was like, it went from like 2 to 4 to 10 to 15 to 22. So, I'm happy. I hope you're doing good. I miss talking to you. It's been a couple days. Alright, let's see. At 4 energy. My golem is gone because the lich consumed him, as liches do. I should probably bring in the abomination to try to get the healer. To guarantee damage on the healer, I should say. What else would... I could have done the Wild Summon, actually. What else would be valid? I could do a sacrifice here. I could just sacrifice the abomination as well. Let's do that. Dealing some extra damage. We absolutely need to grab some barrier because I am the person that he's going to attack. Let's grab that. Let's think here. I have only 1 energy left. I could just bring in the worm. Do the worm. Should I do bring him in? Oh. I'll be back in town tomorrow. Probably will only have signal for a few hours, but I'll keep you company. Well, yeah, the next time I'm streaming will Man, I forget my schedule. I'm gonna Tuesday. Tuesday is the next day, so I won't be here tomorrow, sadly. All right, I think that the way to go is to activate him. Twice. We need to try to get this guy pretty low. Alright. Let's bring in the ghoul. These guys are going to be dealing group damage again. Sadly, this bloodstone, my goodness, it's going to be healing everybody a lot. Let's bring in the golem to take the hits from the giant. Also give him a little bit of armor. We can paralyze... No, we can't paralyze the giant. We could paralyze the blood carver. What a name. Blood carver. Let's go from there. Okay, self-awareness is perfect for him. So let's pop up self-awareness on the golem. He is looking good. If we activate him, he's just going to die. Let's bring in... We could bring in the Fae. But the Fae is only healing me. So, maybe not. Yeah. Here. He can give us some more block. We'll do that. Alright, what I need is somebody that deals damage. I do not have it. I guess I should just be popping in barrier and attacking. I could even bring in Woolsey again, but at this point I'm probably going to transform into the Lich from what things are looking like. So I don't want to do that to Woolsey again. That would just be the worst. Alright, let's hit that guy. Let's just pop in some barrier. Alright, I don't really want to play any of the other... Alright. Well, they're being jerks again. Alright, so I'm going to have to be doing a bunch of sacrificing in order to become the Lich. Let's bring you in. Let's sacrifice you. I could even bring in the Fae. Doesn't really matter. I'm not taking the damage, so. Alright. So it looks like as soon as we sacrifice the Fae, we can become a Lich. Probably the way to go. Lich time. They didn't give me many cards for this Lich. Didn't deal enough damage, huh? Well, so I should probably target down one of them. I guess the Corrupted Giant would make the most sense. He's doing too much damage. Let's see. We got Power Steal. We don't have a duplication. Alright, let's see how much damage we deal after doing a Power Steal. How much is this on him? Okay, so it could kill him. It's not guaranteed, which is a little bit scary, but he doesn't deal enough damage to break through my barrier, so we'll risk it. He's dead. We could do an energy wave now. Let's do it. He's pretty much at full. Alright, so we need him to be targeted down. Sadly, I don't really have that ability to tell them, hey, go kill that guy, if you don't mind. Alright. Bringing in all this barrier. Let's activate you. Not too bad. Oh, he's getting there. We could do the wild summon. I haven't done it yet. Let's do it. Alright. Mostly everyone is in. Let's do a small ritual. Activate him and make him transform. It's gonna be close. Ooh, a 6. Not quite. But they're gonna do it on their go. Hooray. We did it. Okay. Surge. Heal a minion to full. The minion gains 25 barrier. Okay. I mean that's not too bad. I mean, obviously I would use that occasionally. Alright, Curse of Mortality. This turn, increase enemy's armor by 50. Each hit received by this enemy reduces its max HP. I really don't like this card. The only situation I can imagine where this is helpful is if the enemy keeps healing itself, so I need to lower his max HP. Existence, increase the minion's max HP by 15 and heal it by... Wait. Increase the minion's max HP by 50 and heal it for 15. Well, the sigil... Yeah, the sigils come back to me after they die. It costs 0, which is really good in my opinion. Especially since I have the ability that every 4th card I play is reduced by 1 energy. Existence is kind of nice because it costs me 0, so it kind of gets me to the 4th card. Maybe I'll do that instead of Surge. Alright. Spirited Focus. Gain another energy in Lich form. That's not bad. All sacrifices grant you an additional ultimate charge so I can get to Lich form faster. Or add Death Mark to the Lich. Alright. Mark an enemy for 3 turns. Every hit it receives when marked will reduce its armor by 20 till the end of combat. Well, I do like that. I do have a problem with not being able to mark. Spirited Focus is very good though, because just +1 energy, especially whenever you are the Lich. The Lich's cards are just better than the Necromancer, so getting that energy when you transform. The other thing that's really nice about Spirited Focus is that the Lich gains, whenever you transform, you have whatever energy you had when you transform +1. So it's like if you had to spend all your energy just to transform, now you can't do anything. So Spirited Focus would make a bad situation not as bad. And that's kind of what I'm trying to focus on. So let's do Spirited Focus, even though I do like Deadly Mark. Oh. Hello, Naomi. Yes, I am streaming. I'm at 28 now. Can you believe it? 28. That's great. Actually, I just broke my record. Hello. Thank you. Thank you everyone for watching. I love you all. You're the best and you're amazing. You're incredible. But yeah. Okay, cracked Calc, cracked Ethel, cracked Win. Yeah, alright, let's take it. Do some merging. Got 2 Ethel at level 2. Alright. Let us go. Hello, Obscure Tavern.
What was once a lively tavern now stands abandoned amongst dense clouds of the weirdness. Deserted and eerie, it is as silent as a grave.
Come on, take a sip. Don't be shy. Drink with me, and you'll forget every useless skill you've ever learned and every worthless person you've ever met. Just let your brain melt. It's my special recipe.
Yeah, of course. I'll absolutely drink your brew.
You feel the fluid burning down your throat and into your stomach, leaving a peculiar iron-like aftertaste. You have no idea what the swill is, but at least one thing was true. You're sure it made you forget something. The man belches loudly.
Now, we fight. What's the use of drinking without a proper fight to commemorate the evening?
Alright. Ah, yes, the drunkard. So what I did learn is the only thing you get from this fight... So, okay, so first of all, he leaves after 5 turns, no matter what happens. He doesn't get that much stronger. He pretty much remains the same, more or less. But what I learned was... if you kill him, you just get a smidge experience compared to if you don't kill him. I think that that's the only difference, so it's not like too big of a deal. I'm probably going to try to summon the wolf in this fight. I'm not going to try to kill him. I just don't want to take any damage if I can prevent it. That's the only thing that I care about. I'm at full. I don't have a... man, there's so many things to resurrect. That's not terribly common. Huh, I'm probably going to be taking damage anyway, aren't I? Alright, let's do that. We'll just be doing some activating, because then we can get some barrier. We can just activate him again, why not? It doesn't hurt us to do so. Alright, I can bring in wild summons, which will bring in my golem. You know what? That's probably the way to go. I just don't want to take damage, so... At least to me, I think it makes sense. Let's see here. They are going to hit me, though, aren't they? That should have been a consideration. If I play some zero-costing cards, though, I'll be able to bring in a barrier. Let's activate... Let's activate and sacrifice you. Then we'll do a scapegoat on you. And now our next card costs 0, so we'll grab some barrier. And, yeah, there you go. Max health for you, buddy. Alright. Almost through. So I have a fair bit of barrier. Let's just pop some more on. And we'll just go from there. Yeah, he's not going to die. That's okay. I don't mind. Let's see. I guess I want to end it by finding the wolf, I suppose. Try to grab some more barrier. I could just stun him. Activate him and... Let's promote him so that he stays longer. Alright, so now I can bring in Woolsey. And I'm fine. This is the last round. I'll do a piddly amount of damage and we're through. Man, we hit 30. Man, I love you guys. You guys are awesome.
The man finally collapses and disappears into the weirdness. You find a few things on the ground.
Alright. Would you look at that? Alright. Let's see. So we have a couple more that we want to do. Here, let's do the slightly harder fight first. Why not? By the way, guys, I guess I should say like and subscribe, because YouTubers are supposed to say that. But anyway. Let's see. Wild summon. Is this the right time? If I do the wild summon, that's essentially my turn, right? I do have some zero costing cards, which isn't interesting. It is interesting. If I do the wild summon, I won't be able to do much of the following turn. And this could actually be a little bit rough. Part of me does want to kind of... Well, I can't really focus down these infected humans, can I? I wish I could. Alright, let's do a... yeah, let's do the wild summon. Let's do a little bit of a sacrifice on this fellow. But he's gone. Let's have him get activated for free. And now everything is cheaper. What do I want to do? I need my barrier. Let's pop in some barrier. Let's protect the tank, of course. Give him some extra health just to keep him alive. I am tempted to sacrifice this worm. For one, to make room, but for two, to make it that I get to the lich faster. I think I will. Alright, let's see. We can do a hit for 0. Not terrible. The only thing to sacrifice is the golem. I can't let that happen. Let's bring in the Fae. We could just sacrifice the Fae. He has a chance to get killed, so I should probably at least try. Nope. Ow. Whoa, you guys hit me way too much. Alright, I need to do a self-awareness on him. I guess I'm going to have to do that in order to keep him alive, because he only has 1 turn left. Let's pop in some barrier. Let's do a last activation on the Fae to heal me. And I can do a ritual. Could bring in another Fae now. Yeah, let's activate you, dealing a smidge more damage. Alright. So I could turn into a lich. Not a terrible idea. Not a terrible idea. I always forget if a ghoul counts as someone living, because the lich sacrifice all living minions. Yeah, and then you get a bonus per minion you sacrifice. You know what? Let's bring him in. I don't recall. Let's sacrifice you. Alright, so the next card I play is decreased by 1. This is probably the perfect time to transform. So now we're a lich. Alright, so I believe that the ghoul does count as a living minion. Alright, let's see. I could do a duplicate. Yeah, okay. So what I probably want to do is I want... Ooh. Actually, it's not the best timing now that I think about it, but where is it? Why can't I find it? Oh, well, the cards are semi-random. Here it is, Power Steel. I want to take that from him. Get myself some extra damage. We're going to do a duplication, energy wave, giving myself tons of block because they're going to be attacking me because they're jerks. Let's bring in 2 ghouls. They're going to be doing their thing. I could do Hellraise, but I believe that the random enemies do in fact include Harvested Souls, and you can't damage them, although you can target them, so I don't really want that to happen. He's immune to stun. He's only dealing 3 damage. Alright, let's do an Eerie Gaze. Now let's see if we can't kill him. Yep, he's dead. So all that's left is the Soul Harvester. Alright, I have a ton of energy, but not too much to spend it on. I'm now out of barrier, so let's pop that on. Let's also sacrifice him to make room so I can bring in a golem. We will protect said golem. And let's do that. If I have him activate, he's gone. What would I do then? Is he attacking me? Yeah, he's attacking all allies. Let's see. Maybe I'll just leave it. Well, I guess it doesn't hurt to... Okay, go ahead, kid. There we go. Alright, here we go. Reduce all armor. We shall do so. We could sacrifice him and then become a lich. That should just make this really easy to accomplish. Oh wait, here we go. Lich. Here we go. Alright, let's just do a... Where are you? Power Steel. Grabbing a bunch more attack. Next attack is cheaper. Let's just do a Song of Fire. Or Tongue of Fire. Yeah, dead. Alright, Tome of Knowledge. Let's see. I could toss something. I mean, Consecrated Oil could be good in the Lich form. Saving it for that day. I think I'm just going to leave things as they are. Alright, Cracked Gar. Ooh. Oh, I didn't even realize I had all these tiers. Alright. What do we have? Countess.
What can we do for you?
Ah, yes, they're dating. I offer 10 health to get a common runestone, 30 health for a rare. Ugh. This isn't max, right? Yeah. 50 for a mythical. I heal so easily, right? The Fays heal me at the end of every combat. I'm making that heal 7 just to make sure I'm okay. So I think I could grab a rare. I don't want to do... Man. I guess I could do a mythical. Right, go big or go home. Alright, so I get to choose. That's the crazy thing. Alright, so gain 1 energy every 3 turns. I don't know. At the start of every second turn, get a block. So this is every mythical, huh? Ow. I don't think I've even seen all these. Alright, we have an ear. If you end the turn with more than 4 cards in hand, gain an energy next turn. End the turn with unused energy, gain 2 energy next turn. Really? Huh. That's interesting. I mean, I end the rounds with 4 cards or more all the time, don't I? I don't know. Maybe I don't, because I have a lot of 0-costers. Every enemy has a 15% chance to drop a healing mixture. Now this I've never seen. Every enemy has a 15% chance to drop a weird candle. No way. I mean, I'm not going to do that. I have plenty of weird candles. Every turn, increase the damage of the first hit by 100%, or reduce the energy cost of the 4th card played by 1. I already have one of those. I am a little bit tempted to grab it, because if I get 3, I can combine them, and I'm assuming it changes that every 3rd card is reduced by 1. The reason why that would be really nice is that there's a good chance that would happen twice in a round then, because if I'm going to play 6 cards, more than likely it's going to happen then. So I am very intrigued. Hagel provides extra damage per kill or extra armor per kill. You know, Dig after anyone's death. Now, okay. That's an interesting one with summons, because your summons die all the time. I sacrifice them all the time. So I would have oodles of barrier with Dig, so that might be what I take. Thorn, every additional card drawn creates 3 barrier. Not too bad. 300% offered health is turned into barrier. Lagu. Barriers created by enemies are weaker at the end of each turn. Create 15 barrier on allies. Now, at the start of every turn, reduce the cost of 1 card by 1. And that's nice. Every 5th card is duplicated. And Gur. Increase your damage by 25% for each runestone equipped in weapon. I love that. I love Gur a lot. And then increase your armor by 10 for every runestone in the armor slot. I'm not going to be taking Gur, though, because it's not particularly useful for this character. What was the one I liked? Hague? After anyone's death, gain 20 barrier. Taking it. 100%. I sacrifice minions all the time. That's just... I'm never going to need to get another barrier card. Alright, let's go. Alright. So, Golem is absolutely going in, right? That's a necessity. Alright, go. Last activation. Let's plop that on you. We get more. We draw. I believe. Yeah, you draw 3. Well, I believe I took a passive that I draw 3 whenever I sacrifice. Let's activate so that we have something that is now cheaper. Okay. Now I have to think about it a little bit. These guys are a pain, and the reason is because they have a strong aura. So they negate what does it say? Yeah, duration 4 negated hits in a single turn, negates every hit under 50. Let me tell you, they all deal under 50. So this is a little bit of a concern. The only way to really handle this is if I become a lich, in my view. Maybe there's a better way, but I don't know how. So due to that, we're going to have to, for the time being, take care of him as I try to transform into the lich. Fun. I also have Excalibur, which is just the insta-kill, but I only have 2 more uses. I don't want to burn it now. Also, I absolutely need some barrier because, you know, I'm kind of not feeling too good. Alright, let's see. The Resurrected Fae is probably a good call, honestly. Yeah, we're going to do that. The reason is because he's going to heal me as I sacrifice him. Let's do Self-Awareness, perfect timing, so he's going to stay in the race. Okay, let's just pop in some barrier, make sure that we're okay. Alright, it's looking okay. I do want him to be promoted, because I don't want him to be teetering on the edge like this. Okay, so what I want to do is promote, bring in a Fae, sacrifice said Fae, and we're feeling pretty good again. What can we do? We could do a hit, but it's not going to reach. Yeah, they negate too much. Uncool. Very uncool. The other way to really handle this, in my opinion, is probably, you know, spamming worms. But it's too unpredictable. But I will bring in a worm anyway, because I need something to sacrifice in a moment here, right? And sure, let's see if you target the same one 3 times. Nope. Okay. Or 2 times. Okay, so I can become a lich. Is now the time is the question. I guess it is. Okay. We are now a lich. I can get oodles of barrier. I don't really need it. Not a big deal. Main concern is dealing as much damage as possible while the opportunity allows. The problem is I didn't get too many cards in this draw. I can play everything. Stunning isn't too big of a deal. Let's see, energy wave. I am being able to block enough. I guess I can just focus one guy down, right? He's about to buff himself, so he's probably going to give himself even more armor, or sorry, more strength. So let's halt that, because that's annoying. And yeah, I guess we're going. Ooh, not as good as I hoped. Right. Man, the big round did 43 damage. Oh well. Alright, so we're going to have to bring in a second golem. They're going to be attacking us way too much. Let's bring in some protection, add in the barrier while we can. We're not sacrificing. We can stun somebody. We're going to have to focus somebody down, and we're going to have to go one by one. So, there we go. His armor's low enough that it seems like he's being able to take damage. Fantastic. Alright, give him some health. Let's see here. I guess the only one to really activate is you, fellow. Go for it. Do your worst. Let's add in some barrier. Alright, we can bring in a ghoul because somebody died of natural causes. Because that's how it works, obviously. Whenever anyone ever dies of natural causes, they become a ghoul. Let's see. I suppose I'll bring in the worm. Also, I'll sacrifice the worm. Yeah. Okay. So he's kind of out of there. We have to absolutely remove their armor. We could do a protection on him, but that's pointless. Now let's just do that. Have you go. Okay. Not targeting him down, but it's hard to do. I understand. I am at full health, which is kind of funny, at least to me. Maybe now is the time to become a Necromancer again. The only reason I say that is because I don't have a golem and I don't have the best defensive abilities at the moment. So we are a lich. Alright. We're at 6 energy. Wow. Okay. Let's see here. What would be best for us? We'll probably duplicate the energy wave and then go from there. Probably the way to go. Where's duplication anyway? There you are. Duplication. They're dealing... Yeah, that's way too much. Duplicate the energy wave. If I get a ton of armor, I'm good now. I'm happy now. If I do the Tongue of Fire, he's gonna be hit a total of 1 time. Yeah, I should probably do an Eerie Gaze on him. Alright, actually it's cheaper, so this is going to be free. Let's get extra damage, and maybe, yeah, now I pass the threshold. So he will die. Lovely. Let's bring in a ghoul. Alright. Here we go. Just 2 of these guys now. Absolutely bring in the golem. Perfect timing, buddy. Let's bring in the barrier and chill. We could sacrifice him. Yeah, probably a good idea, actually. I always forget he doesn't technically count. I could bring in Wolfie, but Wolfie's just gonna die. Poor guy. Poor kid. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait a bit. Let's do some self-awareness. Heal him. Keep him kicking. And all we can do is end. And where are... Well, we got some summons incoming. But not at the moment. I could just promote and do some protection. Alright. Nothing to do for that round either. So what I'm learning from this is next time I'm able to get a card, I definitely need something dealing more damage. I already have 4 or 5 summon cards that are summoning damage dealers, but I must need another one. The animated Fae isn't going to be crazy helpful here, but he's somebody to sacrifice. Sorry, bud. There we go. Now we have somebody. But now I don't have... Ugh, but now I need to play a card to not take damage. Oh, good. Perfect. Perfect. There's a 4th card. Absolutely planned. Let's bring in the Necro Worm. Alright. Pretty low on barrier now because of Mr. Necro. The Wild Summon will just bring in a Golem, which is not something that I need. Let's sacrifice the Necro Worm, which lets us draw some stuff. Yeah, Ritual, that sounds good. Let's remove his armor. He's kind of low as is. Let's do a second Ritual. We're getting there. Dealing a hair of damage. And he's looking fine. Okay. Barrier, again, probably not a bad idea. They keep on hitting me, and I don't like it. Attack. Attack. Doesn't really matter if I promote, I suppose. But he's promoted. Okay. So I can transform now. Probably not a bad idea. I guess I will. Here we go. 6 energy. So, let's see here. Perhaps, I mean, I'm sure I could kill him. Maybe even easily, which sounds mean, but it's true. Where is it? Man, it's so easy to forget where everything is. So I'm looking for the Power Steel. Got it. Guess we'll take it from you. That's fine. We'll take a Eerie Gaze. That's also fine. And then we'll just kill you. Man, next turn draw as many cards as you discarded the card. Ooh, okay, well, let's bring in the Ghoul. I'm not interested in additional cards. We have plenty. Alright, well, now there's only one enemy, which is, in fact, helpful. Because that means that they can, or it can, in fact, be focused down. I need a little bit of barrier. And let's do a little bit of a ritual, followed by another ritual. Alright, he's taking piddly damage. Let's go. Man. Not too much to really play, huh? Can't summon... Well, I can summon Woolsey. I could summon him. Woolsey, you're in. You've been voted in. Congratulations. Come on, Woolsey. You're helping, I swear. Alright, let's bring in the animated worm. Do I just pet Woolsey here? Nah, let's make him transform. Then we'll just activate him. And now we'll pet Woolsey. Why not? Come on, Woolsey. Okay. Let's see. So we should probably do another... Ooh, that's actually a pretty big hit. Luckily, I do have the wooden flute. I suppose I'm going to do that now. I also do have the paralyze, but you can't be frozen. I forgot. Okay, yeah. We'll do the flute. We get 2 blocks, so we avoid the next 2 hits this turn. That one is just going to be negated, which is nice. Let's pet Woolsey. He's too cute. I can't help but pet him. Okay. Good job, Woolsey. Moral support. Okay, so now he's gonna hit me for real. Let's think. I don't have too much to activate. A small part of me is tempted to just do 2 rituals, but I don't think that's gonna push me over the edge, is it? If I do 2 rituals, he's gonna be at, yeah, he's probably gonna be about 40 health remaining. So it's not good enough. He's gonna hit pretty hard, which is not good. I guess it's just what I have to do, though. I don't want to sacrifice Woolsey. I don't have it in me. I know. I could have prevented the hit, but I just can't. Not happening, Woolsey. You're with me till the end. Here, I'll sacrifice him any day. Okay, let's bring in the other animated Fae. Let's bring in some barrier. I don't want to take some damage. Okay. Highway through. Alright. Funeral Moon. Reduce the enemy's damage by 75% for 3 turns. Probably not. Holy Promotion. Promote all minions. Something that I have realized is that whenever I do promotion, it doesn't let me promote the ethereal summons or minions. So I'm very worried that Holy Promotion would only promote the living minions. If that's the case, that would be utterly useless, because I typically only have 1 living minion, maybe 2. And Woolsey, he doesn't even promote. He's just who he is. Sign of Revenge. For every hit, the minion retaliates with 1 hit, dealing 10 damage. The minion gains 25 armor until the end of combat. Yes, right. I mean, you have to do that one, because it's, you put that on the Golem. The Golem now is Retaliate. Absolutely. And it costs 0. Treasure pile.
You found what was protected by this beast. When
Let's
you
go.
filled your pockets up to the brim with gold, 3 ethereal chests materialize in front of you.
Alright, so I can get another, well, actually all 3 of these are very good. I can get another weapon slot, armor slot, or 10 additional armor. Man, what did I want? What did I want? I guess we'll go weapon. I do not remember. But you always go weapon, right? Always go weapon. Best offense is a good defense. Bam. Alright. Let's go. Well, I guess I was trying to remember whether it was the armor slot for that or the weapon slot to use that. Oh, did I miss a milestone? Is that a milestone? No, it's a cursed healer. Alright. Got an All Mother's altar. Alright, let's go. Alright. Let's see here. Luckily we started with a golem. That makes things easier from the get-go. We'll play that. We're going to be putting on some armor for him, even though he's already base 74. His base must be double mine, right? Yeah, it's double 37. Interesting. What else do I want to do? I could bring in the Fae. I should start off a nice old promotion. We should give him self-awareness. That is important. Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna constantly be here, just chilling. Let's bring you in, buddy. We will have you sacrifice yourself. I'm gonna... Where are we at, actually? Reduce the energy cost of the 4th card play in the turn. So I played 6, right? I think I'm doing this right. Nope. Okay, need to play 1 more. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Let's do an existence. Helping him out. Helping our little old tank. Let's do Resurrected Worm. We shall sacrifice the worm. We got some barrier here. But the thing is now that we have that thing in our weapon, we are gaining barrier like nobody's business. Let's do Sign of Revenge, helping him out some. I mean, I don't know. I'll give it to you. You can have the barrier. I don't need it. Alright. Well, the golem is doing good. He's attacking me, which is uncool. Disappointed. Alright, let's bring him in. Heal a smidge. Total of 10. He gives me more energy. That's what he does when he transforms. Let's just activate the worm a couple times. Probably the way to go. More barrier to the golem. Alright. Doing pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, let's bring in the ghoul. Now I have to think about it. So I could transform. I'm not dealing much damage here. Let's transform. Transform. Let's do it. Going in. Ooh, just 5 cards, huh? Okay. So I have the block to take all this. 21, 35, 36-ish, so no. I did not. So that means I have to kill somebody or use Energy Wave. I don't really like these all too much, if I'm honest. Tongue of Fire, it can kill him. I can spend an energy on something else. I guess I could do an Energy Wave. If I do a Shocking Grasp, I'm a little bit worried. Is your human stunned? No, you're not. He is stunned for 2 turns, so I'll do it. And we'll see if you die. I think technically you might live. Nope, you're dead. Cool. Bring in a ghoul. Alright. We're looking good. They are dealing some damage. We need a golem. Yeah, we got him. So that's just perfect. If I sacrifice you, I'll gain 20 barrier, so I feel a lot better. What else to do? What else to do? We could bring in the worm. Probably a good call. And that also cheapens the next card. Let's make you just activate. We could play this. Reduce all enemy damage by 75%. Not worth it. Alright. We can paralyze one of these guys. We should activate him, but he should convert. Paralyze. Activate. He's not doing much, but he's removing their armor. That's the good thing that he's providing. There. He didn't really need it, but I don't need it either. Alright. So. I can transform. Probably should. Let's do it. Alright, we are a lich now. Okay. With my 6 energy, I don't have crazy block. I can't kill him because they can't do it when he's phased into the ethereal form. I need to just, well, if I just do one energy wave, I'm fine. Let's see. Kind of want to do a shocking grasp energy wave than a tongue of fire. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Probably the way to go. Okay. Shocking grasp. Let's do it to you. Well, actually, then I don't need to do an energy wave. Yeah, we could just do a tongue of fire. Like that guy. Alright. Alright. Bring the abomination. Make him activate. We got one down. One to go. He's stunned for an additional turn? Actually, I'm not sure, because I just stunned him again. Yeah. Let's see if he's stunned for an additional turn. No, he's not. Okay. Bring in the worm. Do all this stuff. Okay. Sure, gain damage, even though I'm not using it. Cool. Well, you'll just die here. It's cool. Alright, almost at level 10. Level 10 is when you get the ultimate passive for your class. One of two. So, next fight. Should be. Unless I fight something really weak. Alright.
The shrine has faint traces of power lingering in the air. A priestess materializes out of the weirdness and asks what it is that you're looking for.
Well, oh yeah, I need to do both of these. So I need to take a piece of the altar. Excuse me.
You start chipping at the altar to break a fragment loose. A priestess sees you and starts shrieking. You pocket the fragment and leave in a hurry.
No, that's not a big deal. At least I wasn't like cursed or something. But shrieking, kind of weird. Kind of weird. Got an old merchant over there. Got some things over there. Alright, I guess we'll go over here. When I get to the milestone, I guess I'll consume it. Oh, this is the final boss, huh? Huh. Well, maybe well, man, I can't tell if you can go on the outside there, can you? Yeah, I think that you can. I think it loops around. Alright, so let's go to this one next time. You said weird, here I am. Hello. Hello, name assist. Nice seeing you, bud. Can you, man, by the way, I've broken my previous records with streaming by a long shot today. Kind of, well, I say long shot, but like by 10. Pretty crazy. I love you guys. Like, subscribe, do all that. I appreciate it. Anyway, let's see here. So at least these life forces aren't as strong as the other ones. Just need to hit them 4 times, or they ignore hits under 15. Not too big of a deal with that one. I could do a wild summon if I don't have a golem. I don't. So we will bring in the golem, as well as the worm. Reduce damage of all enemies by 100%. I don't know how important that is. What's the other one? Reduce the cost of 2 cards by 2 next turn. That's actually really good, because in the following round I'm only getting 1 energy. I know I saw. I knew the world would catch up. You were awesome to watch. Thank you so much, Name Assist. I do appreciate you a lot, bud. Let's do a sacrifice. Well, we should do it on the big guy. I get my 20 barriers, so I'm feeling a lot healthier. Let's give him some of these sigils, so he's also feeling pretty good. Let's ritual up this fellow. And we have enough for another barrier. I'll give it to my friend. Alright. I can summon Woolsey, but I don't want him to die. He's too special. I can't bring the worm, it's too expensive. Yeah, sadly what was cheapened wasn't the best, but that's okay. Let's have him activate. We can grab a little bit more merit barrier and put it on him. We're not Yeah, I guess we'll sacrifice you. We need to do sacrifices anyway. Oh, good. Activate you. We do a scapegoat. But he needs to stay alive. So that's it. Alright. Well, luckily he's still in, and I can do some self-awareness, so he's going to promote every turn. I'm at full health. I don't really need a Fae. If I bring him in, it's to sacrifice him. Should I do that? Should I do that? I suppose I do need to do some sacrificing. And yeah, pop that up. Well. Don't really have anything to summon in. He's taking some damage. Let's use our Paralyze on... I mean, I guess we could put it on him. Let's put on one of these guys. Try to make it that we can hit him. What does his activation do? Gain an ultimate charge. I'm not opposed to that. I'll get to 5. When he activates next round, I'll get to 6. Well, I have nothing else to do, so I'm... Okay. I'll do it. I'll take it. Alright, I think I'm going to become the Lich. Reduce damage of all enemies by 75%. Nope. Not too interested. They are attacking a lot, though, aren't they? I think the Lich will be fine. Where are we at? 20? Cool. Alright, let's see. So, they're dealing a total of 30, 45-ish, 55, 60, 70, 70 about is the max. I could, if I do one energy wave, I'm very close. I could get a kill. Man, there are several good options here. I could do a power steal on him. He's dealing too much damage, so I'm can take some of his attack power. If I do the energy wave and tongue of fire, I can kill one of them, and then I should be fine. What else is valid? I could do a shocking grasp to stun somebody. No. Let's just do an energy wave. We're at 60. I could have duplicated that, actually. Or should have duplicated that. I actually can kill him, can't I? Yes. Let's kill this guy instead. Yay. And I can play a zero-costing card. Let's just hit random people. Because that always works out. I could do New Beginning. Maybe I will. Next turn, draw as many cards as you discarded. Their cost will be reduced by 1. So, we have a full hand, let me tell you. Okay. A lot of zero-costers. Let's see. I would like to have a Golem. But a Golem isn't here? Man, there's so many cards here. Let's bring the world. I'm so out of the Conquest loop. Don't even know the class you play. Being stuck on the other game, I would love to... being stuck on the other game, I would love it seeing you stream. Oh, Rogue Trader? Yeah, I might do that at some point. What I want to do is I want to complete Conquest more or less in its entirety. I want to do all of the NPC stuff because since I'm doing the lore videos and all, I just want to make sure I experience it all, like, again, because it's been so long. You know, so that I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that little tidbit. I should add that. But once I've completed that, I'll probably go on to another game. But that's going to be a while, sadly. But I enjoy this game, for the record. Anyway, okay, so he's in. I have 2 energy, but everything costs 0 today. Crazy. The Abomination would be a too bad of an addition to our collection. Let's bring him in. Let's sacrifice him. Great addition. Ooh, now I get the Golem. Well, it's not necessary, right? We kind of just want to play these cards. Just to get rid of them. Okay, go. Go, kid, go. I could bring in some barrier. Promote a minion. Yeah, sure. Let's keep him in longer. Don't really need to. Just playing cards. Okay. Alright, we can do some self-awareness, but that is specifically useful for the Golem. as it promotes. We could stun the disease spreader. He is attacking random targets, so he might be doing more good than bad, actually. We should do a sacrifice because we get to draw. Oh, good. Golem. You're in. You're in, bud. Okay. Ritual. Yeah, there are several games I'm interested in playing. Something that I have learned as I've done, whatever, 4 playthroughs on my channel, is that you guys in particular, I mean, it's because of the lore I do, because I'm a lore channel. But you guys are, in terms of viewership, you guys like to watch me play Dark Theory and Legend, right? So, Dragon Age, although a good portion of you wanted to see it in the voting, a lot more of you watched King Arthur, despite the fact that I was a significantly smaller channel at that point. So it has made me realize I really should be playing dark fantasy stuff, because it seems like that's what you guys enjoy. Sadly, I don't have anything too damage dealy. But anyway, that's to say that Rogue Trader kind of fits that, more so than Dragon Age, I would say. But, yeah. Alright, reduce damage of all enemies by 75%, reduce the cost of 1 random card by 2. Okay, so I'm going to leave that in my hand. Let's see, I'm still at full health. I could just transform. Let's just do it. Transform. Let's see what we get today. Duplicating cards. They are dealing a lot of damage. I'm assuming the Tongue of Fire can knock that guy out, though. I could duplicate Eerie Gaze, put that on him, and he's not gonna be here for much longer. I could also do a energy wave. That would give me enough block, and then I could do a Tongue of Fire and hopefully kill him. Let's see. I have so much confidence, not even looking. Ooh. So I can play 0 costing. Yeah, let's do a Power Steal. Let's guarantee this, right? Yeah, he's dead. I can bring in 2 ghouls. 2 friends. And activate you. Oh. I need to do more than just that, huh? Okay. Wolfie, you're in. Animated worm, in. Ritual, go. So close. And in. Hooray. Alright, Life Breather. Activate 1 million. 1 million. Activate 1 million times. Activate 1 minion 2 times and then sacrifice. Sacrificing is good. So that's a very valid option. Revival. Activate a minion and heal. No. That's not going to happen. Arcane Shield isn't bad to give me all that barrier, but I get so much barrier at this point. Let's take a Life Breather. Alright. So. Since there are no good guys in Warhammer, I would say Rogue Trader qualifies. But maybe some smaller dark games would be better than Rogue Trader because it is like 100+ hours at least. Yeah, I mean, some games are going to be the are better to stream. I would probably assume, like roguelites and yeah, Darkest Dungeon comes to mind. Yeah, I love Darkest Dungeon. Very valid as well. All right, Left Hand Path. In Lich form, get 3 new offensive cards. Get Hunger. Deal... Whoops. I was going to try to make it bigger. Deal 1 hit for 100% damage and return 3, so I can keep playing it over and over. That's not too bad, because I don't exactly have an attack in that form. That is just a 1 costing attack that deals damage. Ghastly Raise, deal 3 hits for 75% damage, return, and deal a hit 50% damage to all enemies. Earn. Is this changing the... Huh. I wonder if this is changing the cards, because Ghastly Wave, isn't that what it's called? The one that gives me block? That's scary. I don't want to lose it. +1 energy when you transform and 100% damage though. Alright, Leech Form. On minion or enemy death, create 25 barrier on all allies. I have that on myself, so that's not actually helpful. Because it's just, now instead of getting 20, I gain 45. Path of Death. On minion or enemy death, deal a hit for 100% damage to all enemies with lifesteal. I will say if I do that, then having my guy deal more damage, or like having those runes, kind of valid. Let's do it. Let's try Path of Death. That sounds pretty epic. Eel, Theo. Alright, merge. Alright. What new stuff do we have anyway? After killing an enemy, draw a card. Man. Why can't it be an ally? Anything I want to remove? The Cracked Sigil has actually helped, shockingly. The stun a random enemy after playing 15 cards. I'm probably going to get rid of it at some point, though, because it's not that useful. In terms of the armor slot as well, I'm not getting hit. I don't need armor. It's not a big deal. I could do Cracked Theo for extra card draw. What else would be valid? There's not too much that makes all too much sense. Healing afterwards, gaining armor. Yeah, I mean, I could do... I don't know. I don't like doing the Cracked Guard at the end of the turn and deal 1 hit for 4 damage to all enemies. This might be one of the few times that I will do it, or could do it. Stun a random enemy every 4 turns. Now, that's the only other one that seems like it could be beneficial. Maybe I will. Yeah, we have a couple of stuns then. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I don't like the hits. It's too risky. Because if you have like a Red Death guy, all of a sudden now you have all the, or if you're fighting like 3 of them, now you have all 3 of these sick cards you have to deal with. Hey, bud. Alright, you meet the man again and nod in agreement to his greetings. Knowing his insanity won't let him see his children for what they truly are. Monsters twisted by weirdness. Alright, okay, so that's all I can do. I don't want to exchange my flute. I like my flute. It's the best flute. I have the flute that gives me blocks. Oh, dude. No, I don't want to do that fight. I obviously don't want to do that fight. That's the boss. Go here. Hello, disease spreader. Alright. It's a grub boy. That's what we call him. There he is. Just a little grub boy. There's a bone idol. When killed, this enemy will steal 1 of your cards. However, it will just disappear if there are no allies on the battlefield. Then we have a disease spreader attacking randomly, and then the tormented grub that keeps splitting and splitting as you attack him. Okay, I could do a wild summon here. I am a little bit tempted to do that. I don't have a golem on me. They're going to be dealing damage soon, so I guess I will. Let's give him the revenge sign. Go ahead. I kind of want to sacrifice you. And I kind of want to do a self-awareness on you. I already have a block because I killed a guy. Long story. Alright, I'll sacrifice him. I don't want him around. Alright, I have lots of barrier. Doing good there. Let's see, I could bring in a Fae. Not all too helpful though. I only have 1 energy. Alright, I don't need blocks, so let's bring in the Fae and kill him. Poor guy. Alright. Oh, and I forgot. I decreased the cost of everything. I could promote. Yeah, why not? Why not make the golem a little bit stronger? Alright, let's see. We can protect him. Yeah, let's protect the golem. Yeah. Let's bring him in. Sacrifice him. Okay, we're not getting exactly what we want. It's not like bad, but yeah, just grab some of this barrier. Could do another promotion. Doesn't hurt. All right. So I think I'm just going to transform right now. 7 energy. Let's go. So, good old tomato. Yeah, Hellraise. Yeah. Okay, so the Bone Idol doesn't matter to me. The disease spreader isn't even a big deal. I just need to go after all of them, right? I could do an energy wave, but they're not really hitting me. I could duplicate and do a where is it? Hellraise. Doesn't deal that much damage though. And it deals more than the Tongue of Fire with 1 energy, so I suppose I will. Let's do a duplicate, do some Hellraise. Just doing some damage with it. Then I guess we may as well do a Tongue of Fire, but this is overkill on him. Or actually it's not. It isn't overkill. Yeah, let's just kill the disease spreader. Get him out of here. We get a free ability now. I guess I'll use New Beginnings. Discard your hand to draw that many cards next turn. Alright. Alright. Lots of options, huh? Lots of zero costers. Alright, we want to do zero costing stuff first. Let's put on some barrier. It's free. Okay, so I have to bring in somebody. Let's bring in the Abomination. We will... yeah, let's use a last activation on you. Sacrifice you. Let's bring in the Animated Worm. We probably want to sacrifice the worm as well. Where is that? That I had it somewhere. There, yeah. Scapegoat. You're gone. Alright, then we'll just do some activating. Yeah, activate minion, activate minion, activate minion. We have a barrier, doesn't hurt. Okay. Well, I can become a lich again. Not a bad idea. Yeah, I'll do it. These guys aren't hurting me. I'll just do some attacks and they'll just take damage. Where is it? Duplicate and do... oh, I should do Power Steel, right? I could duplicate and Power Steel. Oh, why not? I can. Let's do some Hellraise. So this will just kill somebody. Could do an energy wave. It's not going to deal enough damage to kill the little guys, though. Alright. Kill the big one. Big boy. Alright, energy wave and end the round. And they did. Nice. Alright. Here we go. Shamanic Knowledge. Offer 4 health to gain barrier on all minions and yourself equal to twice the HP loss. Invoke a Fate. No way. No way. Power Compression. Spell Sacrifice all minions. Increase damage by 10% at the end of combat for each sacrificed minion. When would I want to do that? Let me think. Because it's beneficial to save the minions for Lich form. So I'd want to do it when I'm trying to become a Lich. It's not terrible. Blood Rush. Activate all minions. That one is also not terrible. Let's reroll. Alright. Whispers in the Wind. Whenever the minion activates, draw a card and gain an ultimate charge. Well, that's good because they activate every round. So that would be good to put on my Golem. Spiritual Guide. Activate minion 0 times, then sacrifice it. Upgrade activation amount is based on the highest level of a sacrifice minion in this combat. Spiritual Guide is actually really good for the Necromancer. Like, it works with what you do because you constantly sacrifice. Alright, Nid and Eol. For every point of unused energy, increase your damage by 100%. Cool. For every point of unused energy, draw 2 cards. Okay. Alright. Hello, ruined home.
You notice the ruins of a home that was burned down. There's no telling whether it was destroyed during the war, set alight out of spite, or simply burned down due to an unfortunate accident.
Sorry. I'll look for some valuables. I always go to the left, but there's no left. Hole in the floor.
You find nothing, and the house changes again.
Come on, where's the left? No. Hole in the floor.
You find nothing.
Left.
You find nothing.
Hole in the wall. Got it. Weird tainted meat and weirdness mushroom. 100 total. So valuable. Totally. 100%. Okay. Wow. Alright. Let's go around. We can get to this one. It's close to 2 fights. I think it's close enough. Huh. I guess I could just boost it. Yeah, let's just boost it.
As the flick...
I don't boost often. Not anymore. Alright, so I believe that this is Ankled Creature. Can I talk to her first? Hello.
Welcome again.
The woman hides her hands behind her back.
Now, I have something for you. Pick a hand.
Great. I always go left. 10 max health. Wow, that was nice of you. All right. Well, so we have the blood carvers, or a blood carver. So he's the one that brings in bloodstones. After he brings them in, he attacks. Bloodstones heal himself and allies after I kill him. Oh, we have the Faceless Hunter. This enemy will deliver more hits with each turn unless stunned. Luckily, I have a stunning ability somewhere. And then the Corrupted Giant, just eating away at his armor while gaining damage. Okay, man, oh man. Well, a golem is very useful. I'm gonna have to do this again. Wild summon. I'm gonna have to sacrifice this guy. He's a big guy. He's dead. Got a free barrier. Oh, let's do the Sign of Revenge. So he has retaliate damage. Self-awareness, super useful. Keeps him alive. Let's do a barrier. And then let's do a scapegoat. So he sacrificed too. Alright. Let's get him some health, just because. It's a free coster. I am curious if I can do life. I'm a little bit worried about just playing it. I'm curious if I can play Life Breather to an Ethereal. Because I don't want to click it, because if I do, he might just die. I'm a little bit worried about that. But have to learn sometime, right? Okay, I can. Alright, so I can activate him twice, and then, right, he still gets removed. Good to know. Alright, let's think about it. Protection. Let's... Ugh, man, I don't like these guys. Let's bring in the animated and sacrifice the guy. Get more cards now. I can make him activate 4 times. That's not bad. He's probably gonna kill him. Man, let's do it. Alright, a lot of healing and taking damage. Let's give the Golem barrier. I have plenty. 200 almost, as it should be. Alright. I kind of want to stun him. I don't want him to bring in the Bloodstones. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Alright, bring in the Resurrected Fae. Sacrifice the Resurrected Fae. Yeah, I can make him activate twice. He's getting there. Getting there. Alright. So, I can become a Lich. Is this the time? Yes. I'm not dealing damage. It is lich time. Not good lich time. Not the best lich time in the world. I've seen better. Man, this is a very bad one. Okay, let's remove some armor. Let's see what we're capable of. Alright, 22 times 5 is 110. If I do maximum damage stuff, I might be able to kill him. Well, I don't... Okay, well, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to use the wooden flute. And let's just try it. 4 health left. So close. I could do the throwing knife. I don't think it matters. As I can do it next turn if I feel like I need to. Okay. Come in. We can... Alright, let's do the abomination because he can kill him. Quite easily, I hope. And dead. They're all dead. Alright. Let's continue. And, sorry, I am plugging in my phone. You know what would be nice is if I had, like, 2 screens. That is the dream. But, we'll see. Okay. Sorry. My phone, for those of you who are new, is very old, so you kind of like have to hold it at the right spot, but I'm good. Alright, so we have a cracked Oz, healing tier. We're good. Alright, merge that. I think I have... I know, I thought they had 3 level 2s, so I don't. Okay. Alright. Let's see. I already talked to the... I forget the name of it. Chiach... something... That's the name of the dwarf-like creature. Alright, hanging tree. This can damage me, but I don't think it's a big deal. I couldn't reach it. I got attacked. Oh, okay. I gotta say, before I start playing this one, I've gotten really lucky in these last like 10 fights with getting these golems. My goodness. Like, I've drawn one of the 2 cards that gives me a golem every turn. However, I will say that I draw, what is this, 9 cards plus 3 after I sacrifice. So I draw 12 a round, but like in the first round, but still. It should happen like 3/4 of the time, and I get it like all the time. Okay, I think that the golem is valid to bring in right now. He's not cheaper, but I think that's okay. The golem, you're in. Let's give you some protection. We need to keep you alive. We want to make a sacrifice as soon as possible. You're gone. What do we have? Give him some retaliate. Absolutely. Yeah, let's bring in a resurrected Fae just to kill. And then we have some barrier. Let's give it to you. Congratulations. Alright. So, life breather. Probably good to use on this guy, but he will disappear. Anything I want to do before then? I should do the rituals on him first, right? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, attack, and then life breather, I think. Anything else I want to do? Nope. Alright, since he got sacrificed, I can bring in another minion. Alright. Go, resurrected worm. I believe in you. Ooh, and a ghoul. We got a kill. We're doing pretty good. Yeah, we'll just change. Let's duplicate and give him a lot less armor and then kill him. Easy fight. Easy. Alright, let's see here. Inner knowledge. Activate a minion, draw a card. Of course, that's good. Overdose. At the start of each turn, the minion increases its damage by 100% and permanently loses 30% of its max HP. Let me think about that one. The only time, I don't know. I can't imagine that actually being that helpful because they just don't stay around long enough. It's not like terrible, but Okay, Surge. Heal a minion to full, and the minion gains 25 barrier. My golem has been doing pretty good. Inner knowledge isn't bad. I always love something that lets me draw a card. That's always nice. Let's do that one. Alright, let's see what we get. Soul Restoration. If your minion was killed, draw an additional card this turn. Okay. Spiritual Growth. Increase the Lich's max HP by 50. From now on, the Lich will retaliate. No. Minions activate one last time before being sacrificed. That's not too bad. And it's not like crazy good. Drawing cards is really nice for me, I think, because I want to get a lot of the zero costers and that kind of stuff. But it does say next turn. What would be nice is if it says that draw a card after a minion is killed. That would be a lot better. Okay, let's have them activate again. Why not? Let's do it. Cracked eel. Alright. Oh. Oh, did the stream stop? No, it didn't. Did it? No, it did not stop. Sorry, had a mild issue there. Alright, let's go to the hanging tree.
As you approach the tree, it seems to shift and move. You draw closer, and suddenly you realize why the tree appears to be moving. Dozens of rotting bodies dangle and sway in the breeze. It looks like a strange dance with their necks nodding along in their nooses.
Ooh, well, let's loot. I have tons of health.
As you reach for one of the corpses, something slashes at you. You fall to the ground. You feel dizzy.
Oh no. Ooh. Luckily I heal so easily. That is something very interesting about this character. I gotta say, just an opinion, but since the Blood Mage, like, you know, takes damage so much, I think that they should have traded the abilities of the Blood Fae and the Necro Fae, because I don't remember, I don't think the Blood Fae does much, and the Necro Fae heals you by a certain amount. So it's like, that would have been really nice to give to the Blood Mage, because he constantly is hurting himself, because he has no healing abilities. Alright, I think I want to boost this as well. Yeah, that's within range, right? If it isn't, that would be a bummer, but I think it is.
As the flick...
Yeah, it's a little close. Is it? Yep, okay, he's within range. Let's do the little fight. Hello, host of evil. Every villain is lemons. Alright. So, this is a little bit scary, and I'll tell you why. So, the way that this works, by the way, when this happened to me the first time, it was pretty terrible. But the way that it works is that, since they go from left to right, the abomination hits everybody, including his allies. For the Suffering Lady, if she gets hit, she starts attacking. So that means as soon as this abomination goes, she's going to change her attack pattern in a split second and then attack. Because like the first time that happened, I was like, whoa, I just took like 100 damage out of nowhere. Because I didn't realize that happened. They deal a lot of damage, so we need a Resurrected Golem. I got him again. Man, getting really lucky on that. Again, can't stress that enough. Alright, Sign of Revenge. Let's give him that buff. Everything, almost everything is worth 0. Everything is worth 0. Life Breather. I guess I should do that on you. I know they're going to be attacking anyway. I could do a Spiritual Guide to make him go, but I don't think I will. I have tons of block already. What do we have? We do have the Scapegoat. I think I might do that. Let's do it. Come on, Faye. The water's warm. Alright. Looking good. I could make him go 3 times, but... You know what? Maybe I will. Because also he'll go an additional time because he's being tossed. He'll deal a lot of damage here. Okay. Ooh, wow, that golem got close. Real close. Well, that was good timing. We'll do an existence for sure. Probably the first thing to play. So he's feeling a lot better. Let's bring in the animated worm. We need somebody to deal some damage. Last activation. Let's make him sacrifice. Deal. Ooh, wow. Doing really good here. Just kill him. Kill him more. Come on. Inner knowledge. Get him. 1 health. Well, you guys got it. There you go. There you go. Unstable powder. Too risky. Man. Got another one. Alright. Let's see. Old merchant. Hello, buddy.
An old man strolls among the trees, observing the ground with interest. Strangely, he holds no weird candle in his hand, only a wooden walking stick. He lights up with joy as he sees you.
Oh, hello, Wanderer. I see you enjoy these strolls through the forest also.
Yes.
The man seems weirdly oblivious to the surrounding weirdness.
Walking is healthy. And while I walk, I find things from all over. Want to see my collection?
Yes. Okay, Noose, end your misery. What? There's gotta be like an achievement to use a noose. My goodness. Okay, unidentified flower. I don't think I need any of these. I can't think of any quest where I need an unidentified flower or wolf berries. A handful of these can kill a human, huh? Then we have the weird tainted meat. Plus 10 health, but lose 5 max health. That ain't happening. I guess I'll take your flower. I'll take 1. Thank you. Just in case it pops up in a quest incoming that I forgot about. Alright, let's go. Dullahan, the Headless Horseman. Classic. Let's go. Alright. We're doing so much better than I thought we would be, I gotta say. Alright. So we have these yawning portals. Every few turns, an enemy will try to spawn from this portal. Great. And then we have Dullahan. This enemy can poison you when it's with its attack. The poison grows stronger with each hit. The poison isn't that big of a deal. It's like damage around and it goes to 2. And since I heal so much, it's like, wow. Okay. Well, this is the one time, that I'm not getting a golem. It would make sense that it's now. I want to make a sacrifice. Let's bring in the animated guy. Let's do a last activation on him. Did I get him? No. Wow. That hasn't happened in a while. Okay. Well, that's okay. It's not too big of a deal, but... Alright, let's bring in the animated fae. Things are cheap. I can do the spiritual guide, make one of these guys activate a bajillion times. We'll do it to him. Okay, that was a lot. Well done. Grab some barrier. We might be getting hit this time around. We don't want to use these sigils until a golem comes into play. Man. You know what's crazy, guys? I mentioned it when a couple of people came into this, but in this one night, I almost doubled my highest viewership. Pretty crazy. So, thank you guys for watching. But okay, we got a last activation. I should definitely do it to him for sure. What do we have now? He probably does need to get promoted. Because I need him to stay up here. Yeah, let's promote him. Alright. Let's see. Last activation. Well, now I learned you can do it to these guys. You also do a life breather. Alright, let's first do a inner knowledge. Cool. Life breather. Sacrifice that guy. Ooh, now I have self-awareness, but I can't play it. Let's see here. How many cards do I have to play? I need to play 2 more. That's not going to happen. That's a shame. Alright, let's sacrifice you. Oh, I guess it counted. Okay, good. So I need to play self-awareness on him so that he stays up and doesn't run away. Oh, great. Oh, nice. Sign of revenge, existence, give him those buffs, whatever he needs. He's got it. Let's make him activate a total of 5 times, technically. Just doing some attacks. We're not coordinated is the problem. Not bringing in Woolsey. Could do another promotion. Probably should. We have a bunch of barrier. Just stack it. Let's see here. Let's bring in the Resurrected Worm as per usual. This guy isn't immune to stun. I should probably do the paralysis, even though it kind of limits what I can do. Sacrifice, attack a bunch. Ooh, nice. A lot of nice cards here. Or like a lot of nice options, I should say. I could just do a ritual. A small part of me is interested in the idea of bringing in a Fae, but I should. Alright, next round is probably going to be Lich time. Maybe. Yeah, this is probably as good a time as any. Alright. Let's turn. Only 5 cards. That's not good. Did not draw well. Huh. I did get the energy wave for a ton of barrier if I need it, which I kind of do. I don't have a duplicate, which isn't nice, but that's okay. Let's lower his armor by 75. He's now taking 200% more damage, which is nice. Let's absolutely do an energy wave, kill that guy. I suppose we should just do a tongue of fire on the big guy. As a fair bit of damage. Sure, funeral fog, you got it. Well, that's a lot of summons, but not the one I want. I need another golem, but he's not in yet. Not in. I can get a bunch of armor, though. Or barrier. Let's bring you in. Sacrifice you. You activate a bunch. I could do a life breather, even. I still could do a life breather. If I do a ritual, the next card will cost me 0. Or, sorry, cost me 1 less. Let's do that. And then I could do a life breather. I'll do it. It activates a bunch. Alright, so now I have the Resurrected Golem. Sign of Revenge him. Keep him happy. No sacrificing today. Just promote him. Make sure he's doing well. Give him some protection. Well. We need somebody to sacrifice. Let's see if we don't get something good. Not much to do. Let's make him activate. No. No. Okay. We can just end it. I mean, I'll have him activate. He gives us some barrier. 4. And Dullahan, just let me kill you. Just let me kill you. So he's about to leave. I don't have a... Do I have a way to bring him back? Or raise him? His level? No. So I'm going to have to do a wild summon here. Sacrifice him. Have a scapegoat now. I may as well do it to him since he's becoming the new one. The new golem. Make him activate a bunch, but maybe I don't want to. Could make him activate 5-6 times, technically. Interesting idea. I think it will. Man. Alright, it's just me and you. Wow. Oof, they're dealing a lot of damage here. Luckily, I have a ton of barrier. Let's activate him. Try to okay, well, you healed. There's that. I have a ton of barrier, so I'm not feeling that bad. Let's bring you in. Do a little bit of a sacrifice. Bringing in animated Fae. Yeah, I'm just like tossing everything out. I'm trying to get to the lich again. I have tons of barriers, so it's not a big deal. Let's bring in the other one as well. Let's defend him. And end. Alright. So, we need to sacrifice somebody. Gone. Oh, you don't count. I forgot. Oh, no. Well, I'll sacrifice you. Alright. Perfect. So now I can turn into a lich, but I should probably wait that out. I have a ton of armor. It doesn't really bother me. Okay. Man, all these blocks. Okay, let's become a lich. See how it goes. Man, I'm not getting a lot of cards still. Ugh. Let's see here. And I could play everything. Shocking Grasp can freeze, and that guy is freezable or stunnable. I should probably do that then. Oh, I should have done the Eerie Gaze first. Let's do an Energy Wave. Tongue of Fire him. That was actually a lot of damage. Okay, a lot more than I expected. Alright. Let's see. So, we're back at the point where we need a golem. But we're not getting one, so let's bring in the Abomination. Let us do a last activation. He'll be doing some attacks. Activate again. We're still hunting for a golem, but we're not exactly getting him. Or unless we did, I missed it. Sacrifice him. Oh. Would you look at that? Dolahan is dead. Just keep attacking. Eventually it'll go down, right? Man, 4 more weird candles. Let's go. Let's see here. Need for worm. I do need something that gives me another worm, but I don't like need for worm. Invocation. Activate all minions twice. Enraged flailing. The enemy deals 300% more damage when it activates. It loses a level. So, I mean, that's okay. Oh, I can only put a sigil on a living creature, right? So no, that's actually not okay. Invocation isn't too bad. It would essentially take my whole turn. Need for worm as well is interesting. I mean, sacrificing is good for me, which is why I'm kind of... Okay, I'll just do it. I need more worms. Valid. And yes, thank you, Naomi. Yeah, I think I hit 40... I don't remember what it was. It was close to 44, 45. It was 40-something. Yeah, pretty cool. I appreciate you guys.
This feels like an echo of something that happened before. Like then, you're left with the sensation of a strange power growing within you.
Alright, well, we're going Weirdstone Heart. So we want to do the true ending. Let's see if it's possible. It's feeling more and more possible. The only problem, again, is just like, man, it's hard to get that damage output. Really hard to get that damage output. We probably have enough candles. I could buy one more so I feel safe. I think I'll buy one. Yeah. That seems fine. Yes, insane. That sounds like me. I could also, well, yeah. Have how much? 142 of this tallow. I guess I'll get one more initial weird candle because I can afford it. Anything else? I don't like these. I guess I could do this at some point of increasing the healing, the damage boost, the armor boost whenever you extinguish a milestone. I do it so rarely, but it's dirt cheap, so sure, let's do one for each. May as well. Alright, thank you, Candle Maker. Let's see, I could go to the Master at Arms. I might wait on that. Man, I have all these healings left to do at the Lost Soul, but don't need to, so. Alright, I think that we're good. I could get a card here. Yeah, let's talk to... Oh, he's the guy that wanted me to talk to the guy. I've seen a man wearing the coat of arms that you mentioned.
You tell him about the man you encountered during your travels in the weirdness. You mention that he's collecting stones to build his kingdom while still wearing the coat of arms of Lord Warwick.
How is it possible that so many good people die, but the scum always survive?
Very good question. Master at Arms buries his face in his hands.
I'm pretty sure that the man you met isn't actually a man, but a true example of a human monster. It seems that his mind was twisted beyond recognition by the weirdness.
Interesting.
You see, Lord Warwick had a son, and I refused to train him because I saw how he treated the other soldiers. He was a cruel, unapologetic, and vicious brat. He was full of delusions of grandeur. He imagined himself as the Lord Commander of Arthur's armies and whatnot. He kept saying that he'd rule over his father's kingdom, or he'd burn it to the ground and create a new one, a better one. Seeing as how everything around us has gone to hell, what would you say about a little favor? It will be messy, but I'd really like to see this bastard erased from existence forever. Are you up for it?
Yeah. I'll kill anybody. Okay, yeah, I can't do upgrades, but man, do I want to. I like his upgrades. You know, draw another card in the first turn, draw more cards every turn. That's really good, but costs me too much. Does he have any? No, nothing else. Okay. Yeah, another thing that's actually really cool about this guy is that for 750 card shards, which are a little bit hard to get, you can pick a card that you will always have on your first turn. That's really cool. I am thinking about trying to get a new card. I don't know. Maybe I'm fine. Part of me wants to, you know, it feels like I'm lacking a little bit with damage. I don't know exactly how to rectify that, but maybe not. Maybe I'm doing good. And I killed Dullahan quite handily, right? Quite handily. How many pages? You have 133? So I can exchange stuff to get stuff. So for 25 journal pages, I can get 25 card shards. Card shreds. Probably a good idea. I've never bought his special card. I'm always worried about buying the special cards because it might just be a pointless thing. But you know what? Let's experiment. What do you get me? So he gives me Mystic Gamble. Well, I can cancel it. Okay. Gain 50 damage or 25 armor for 3 turns. Huh. I don't think that that's going to last me through my Lich form. The damage. That would be good for that. And the armor, I have 1,000 barrier all the time, so I'll say no. Thank you. Thank you anyway. I appreciate it. Oh, he didn't even take my money. Okay, that's good. Alright, the other thing that I want, as I said, I do want to get these card shreds. What was it? I believe it's 250 I need to get to. Let's do that a few times. And go back to the Master at Arms and get the permanent upgrade. Hello, sir. Here. Oh, I just need 200. That was it. Okay. Permanently increase the number of cards drawn in the first turn of combat. Nice. Alright. I think we're good to go. Let's go. I have so many candles here. 10. Alright. So these three are all next to each other. By the way, I kind of need to wander the weirdness
You
because of
meet an
this.
elderly woman shrouded in various colorful veils. As she sees you, she smiles mysteriously and raises one curious eyebrow.
Brave warrior, fearless warrior. What? Okay, brave warrior, fearless warrior, you're on an important mission, aren't you? Helping people rebuild a village? Here, choose a card, any card. Okay, pick a card, discard cards. Oh, she just gave me a card. Okay. Afterlife arousal, interesting word choice there. Activate a minion and pick one card from the grave. Ascend. Return 3. Hey, Kid Childs. Mrs. Stream. Yeah, yeah. To be honest, well, I was just mentioning it that, like, I broke records for myself with this stream. So a little part of me wants to complete the run because, you know, they probably have a lot of new viewers. But yeah, nice seeing you, bud. Yeah, so Afterlife Arousal. So with this one, activate a minion and pick a card from the grave. So first of all, grave, what that means is a card in the grave is what you literally just played in that round. It's not too bad, but I can't think of too many cards I'm really going to want in the grave, because the sigils don't go in the grave. They go on the character. If a sigil did go in the grave, I probably would actually take Afterlife Arousal. Whispers in the Wind. Whenever the minion activates, draw a card and gain an ultimate charge. I almost grabbed that before. I do like it. And then Power Compression, sacrifice all minions, increase damage by 10% till the end of combat. But I also, again, do not know if that transfers into the Lich form. If it doesn't, Power Compression isn't that useful. So let's do Whispers in the Wind. Oh, you want one in return? What? Oh no.
She disappears into the weirdness.
Oh my gosh. That's actually really bad. Last activation is... So, right, every class gets a card that they have every turn. She just took it from me. That was very paramount to my play style, so that's bad. It is gone. It's gone, right? I don't remember. I think it is a spell, right? So yeah, I think it's gone. Well, I guess we're gonna have to play with the cards we're dealt, huh? Where is... Okay, so there is the milestone. There's the other milestone. Yeah, let's just scout this place. Or no, that's... Or is that an enemy? That's an enemy. No, that's a milestone. Okay, so I probably want to extend this one.
As the flip...
Yeah, so I don't have to deal with it. There's this guy. Alright. So that is the Mistbearer with his friends. Yeah, roaming warband. Whew. It's really gone. It's really gone. Oh, does this become the next... I don't know. What is strange is that the card I took from her took the same place as the old one that's has the quote ability, which means that you have it every turn. I do find that interesting. A small part of me wants to not play this to know what happens. Well, I mean, I think I'm going to do that, but... Okay. Yep. Wild Summons. Bring some people in. This is going to be interesting now. Because sacrificing, I only have Scapegoat. Well, no, I have a few more, don't I? I don't have many. Let's activate you. Draw a little bit. Things are slightly cheaper. Yeah, so I can sacrifice with Spiritual Guide. Yeah, so I'm very desperate for having cards to summon now. So, when I... Ooh, he's alive. Okay, give him... Okay, so first of all, the sigil that came in, it does not have ability anymore. So that is good to know. I guess we can bring in the animated Fae. A as well. Let's see how this goes. Alright. It's interesting. Any sacrifice? So I could do need for worm. I think I'm gonna do that and sacrifice you. Okay. I do have a life breather. This will activate a minion twice. Not bad. I'll also sacrifice him. I'll let those guys stay for now. Grab a little bit more barrier, even though I don't really need it. Oh, you know, I just realized, if I gave him a sigil giving him more health, he'll actually last a lot longer. I should actually consider trying that out. Maybe I should just become a lich. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, wow, they gave me a lot of cards this time. Huh, let's see the damage here. So, yeah, so they're dealing about 40. So I don't need that much. If I kill one of them, it's not even a big deal. Well, it doesn't matter at all, but I don't think that's going to happen. If I do an energy wave, I'm just fine. Let's do a duplicate. Let's remove a bunch of his armor. We can do a power steal. Let's take it off of him. Alright, how much damage can we deal to this guy? Okay, so... Ooh. Let's do it. He's dead. I don't need to be worried about the damage this guy's dealing. I could do an energy wave. It's not terrible. Yeah, let's do Hellraise and just bring in a ghoul. Alright, he's just attacking and stuff. Alright, we need to be doing sacrificing. Okay. Let's bring in the Fae. Sacrifice said Fae. Sorry, buddy. Okay. Okay, well, I can become a Lich again. This will just make it go a lot faster, probably. Power Steal, remove his armor, and attack a bunch. Hooray! Leveled up. A lot of experience for that one. Alright. Need for Abomination, need for Fae. Sacrifice. Well, luckily they all do sacrifice. I need something that sacrifices. So, I don't want a need for Fae. Need for Abomination isn't too bad. Sacrifice is interesting. I mean, it is only a one-costing spell. That is something I do like about it. I think I'll do that. Let's just take a regular old sacrifice. And nice. Another passive. Let's go. Another try. Only once per combat. If your barrier... Oh, yeah. I don't like this one, but if your barrier is broken by a fatal blow, you remain with 10 HP instead of dying. So what that means is that, like, if your health is so low that when an enemy kills you by breaking through your barrier, you're still alive. It's very specific. Okay, total intimidation. Add a new card, which is intimidation. All enemies lose 25 armor until the end of combat and 10% damage for 4 turns. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Soul Restoration. If your minion was killed, draw 1 additional card next turn. Man, you know what? Maybe I think I do want this, because I feel like I'm card hunting a lot. That'll help. Worth. Typically it's my favorite card, but... sorry, favorite rune, but it's not good for summoners. Every turn, reduce armor of all enemies by 5, or gain 2 armor until the end of combat. Every turn, sorry. Every turn, yeah, gain 2 armor until the end of combat. Yeah, I don't want these. I'll take them. I have room. They have found a home.
The investment is going to be worth it, I promise.
Oh, I actually have money this time,
How much would you like to invest?
Everything. There's 500, there's 250, that's all I got. Have fun. Alright. let's see. We're obviously not doing that fight. Hopefully he's not out of the range. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, so I need a golem. Excuse me. I definitely do need a golem, right? I have a golem in Wild Summons. I suppose I'll do it. It would be nice to be able to play Self-Awareness. Might be a little bit close. We're going to do a Scapegoat. Get rid of this guy. Draw more. Yeah, we'll heal you. So now everything's decreased by 1. I'm doing that for Self-Awareness so that he promotes every turn, so he doesn't get killed. Alright, that worked out. Give him Sign of Revenge so that he retaliates. Let's see here. Nothing. Yeah, I only have 1 energy. I'll just do a piddly attack. I still gotta max that dude's investment thing out. Yeah, honestly, it's not that helpful. I don't know if it's exactly a spoiler, but if I remember right, I mean this was years ago, but I thought that all that it is every time you go there, he gives you like 2 free items or something. So it's like, well, you know, I mean it's good, but it's like for 5,000 gold. But yeah, but it just makes every future run just nicer to have a few consumables. Let's see. Resurrect Summon isn't bad. Animated Worm isn't bad. We're going to be bringing in the Ghoul, though. I could sacrifice. Who would I... Well, okay, let's bring in the Fae. We're going to sacrifice the Fae. Almost got him. Could do paralysis. I am tempted to do that on the Cyclops. He has too much armor. This guy's gonna become an issue too, isn't he? Yeah, he's dealing too much damage as well. Let's remove it from the Cyclops though. Alright, let's see if he survives. I'm actually not too sure. Alright, he's in. Okay. Wow, I just got an achievement of stunning an enemy that intended to attack me with 10 or more hits, which I just did. Alright, let's bring in the Ghoul. Could do a light. Yeah, Life Breather isn't too bad. Let's do that to him. Oh. He only activated once. Great. Let's get Resurrected Worm then. Activate him. Do a sacrifice here. Do a big hit. And yeah, we're gonna be okay. Soul Blade never seemed to get too out of control when I play. Soul Blade? I don't know what you're referencing, sadly. Alright, let's bring in the... Do I just bring in 2 ghouls and just stick it out? The ghouls aren't doing half bad. Huh. I mean, he's not a ghoul, but... It's almost all ghouls. 3 of 4. We have 1 pretender. Alternatively, I could just become a Necromancer. Yeah, let's do it. Soul Blade was that floating arm. Oh. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's the title of it, right? Well, right. I mean, if you let him deal 1 point of damage to you, he resets. I believe is how it works for him. All right, let's get a bunch of attack. Let's remove a bunch of his armor. Will he just die from this? Yeah, he probably would. But the Cyclops, or not the Cyclops, the Blood Drunk He has to die. So let's do an energy wave to get rid of him. And he's dead. Okay. Let's see here. Another life breather. I need more things that sacrifice. Druid's Curse. This turn, all enemies lose 50 armor and 50% damage. New existence. This isn't too bad for the ghouls, I've learned. Well, maybe. Increase the minions max health by 50. Increase by heal it by 15. Let's do a life breather. We need more sacrifices. Alright. To the scientist we go.
Welcome again.
Hello.
Unfortunately, I only have enough ingredients for one of these, so choose wisely.
I don't even have enough money. Every time I've come to her, I think I've always been just shy. Oh well, thank you. Alright. Well, I can return to her at least. Alright. So we'll have to do this boss fight last. Yeah, I don't know where the other... Or no, there's the other milestone. Okay. Let's go. Alright, let's see. Whew. Okay, do we have a golem? We do not have a golem. That's okay. Alright, let's pop out the Tainted Force, removing all their armor by 25%. That's good. Now what? We definitely want to do a scapegoat. We could do a life breather instead. We'll do that. Do some hits. We have another life breather. Man. I could bring in the Fae, then sacrifice the Fae. Well, it does just cost me 0. Like, I guess I could just do that. Alternatively, I could do the sacrifice. Maybe I will. That might actually kill the, okay. Yep, he's dead. Okay. 2 more. We'll bring in a ghoul. Get some barrier. Let's see. Man, I guess I'll make the ethereal worm go a bunch of times. And I could make this ethereal worm go a bunch of times. Alright. We don't need to do another sacrifice. It also doesn't add to the Lich. Sadly. Alright, we can bring in another ghoul for free. I guess I could bring in the golem. I should at some point. Give him some health, give him some self-awareness. We'll activate somebody. I guess we'll activate him, but he'll kill himself. Alright, I can bring in the Necromancer now. I think I can kill him with the Necromancer, so probably the way to go. Okay, so I want to finish that way. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to kill them both. We do have a duplicate. Yeah, let's do duplicate. Let's see what we do get with Hellraise. Man. Energy wave. So close. Ugh, he's so close. Okay. Oh, I can do a shocking grasp. There we go. And dead. Ooh. Man. Alright. Cracked tier. Merge. Alright, so that's maxed out. Cool. Alright, hello shadowy presence.
Did you find my son? Is he alright?
Oh yeah, he's not too happy with you.
You tell her what you've learned from her son.
Oh, blessed be the old mother. So it wasn't the weirdness. He swallowed a runestone.
I know.
There's hope in her eyes.
So that means we can be together again? There is a way? But wait, if it's still inside him, that means the rune... Is it even possible to remove it without harming the boy?
I know a blacksmith, an expert when it comes to runestones.
You tell her that you're going to see whether the blacksmith in your village knows more about her son's condition.
Thank you. You bring me hope that I might finally reunite with my son.
Alright, new objective. Well, we'll be seeing the blacksmith soon-ish. Alright. Hello, silence. Well, we're almost done. I think I will play through this, through this act and then do the finale. I have a feeling the finale is going to go really bad, by the way. But I'll do my best. Paralyze is an interesting one here. Because I didn't see... Yeah. Paralyze is an interesting one because this weird bear looks like... Well, actually, these guys are really bad. I mean, if they all targeted me, they could actually kill me. Okay, so he needs to be frozen. Obviously. Where is it? I lost it. Paralyze. Freeze. Okay. So from there, we should be doing whatever we can, trying to be able to draw... Oh, great, Golem. Love me some Golem. I suppose Tainted Life Force is going to be useful here. Reduce the damage of all enemies by 50% this turn. They deal too much. And yeah, let's give them a little bit of a boost. Okay, good. We're doing good. Let's bring in the animated worm. I could just sacrifice the animated worm already. Probably should, because he's going to give him a boost. Fantastic. Yeah, I guess we can bring in the Fae even. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter the order, I guess. Let's activate you first. And now we'll bring in the Fae. Whew. There's a lot of stuff here, isn't there? Alright. Let's give him some revenge and armor. You can't promote him. That's not good. Do I have anything that well, so this sacrifices. It doesn't count as one. Well, I'll do it anyway. Oh no, it did count as a sacrifice. Good. Well, I still didn't get what I was hoping for. I guess we'll bring in another worm. Let's give him revenge. Huh. I guess we could just activate him. Could bring in another Fae, but that's not helpful. And we'll see how long you can last. After the end of the round. Good job. Alright, let's bring in a ghoul. I should probably bring in an animated worm. Life breather. Let's make this one activate a bunch. And then we will do inner knowledge. Do a scapegoat. Get rid of that guy. Alright. They do a lot of damage, but luckily I have so much barrier, it's not too big of a deal. Okay. Man. I could give him Whispers in the Wind, which lets me draw a card and gain a charge every time he activates, but maybe I won't. I'll just have him get sacrificed. I could sacrifice him, he'll activate, give us barrier. This one's almost dead. Bring in another ghoul. Yeah, let's sacrifice him. Hit everybody. Bring in another ghoul. Alright, let's bring in the worm instead. I'll barrier myself. Alright. We're getting there. Let's make him activate a bunch. Okay, that hurt him fairly well. Free Fae, I guess I'll bring him in. Yeah, let's just bring in the Necromancer. He can just take it from here Anything that helps me with damage? No. Well, I'll just hit him. Hooray. Huzzah. Level 17. Synergy, offer 5 health to invoke a Feyn Worm. It's not too bad. I heal so easily. Marking, place redirect effects on an enemy. At this point of the game, no, I would have taken it a long time ago, though. I guess I'll do synergy. I can take the health loss. Oh, I level up twice? Oh. Oversaturation at the start of each turn. Activate the minion. They don't last long. Power compression. Sacrifice all minions. Increase damage. Or awakening. Promote and activate all minions. That one isn't too bad if I'm full. Power compression also isn't too bad, but I don't know if this is going to count the already dead minions. If it does, I'm not going to like that. Also, it's the same thing with Awakening. It's always hard to tell. Kind of expensive. Let's... no, I might want to keep my gold. I could just skip this one. Oversaturation isn't bad, but again, they just leave so quickly. Yeah, we're doing well. We'll skip. Alright, Spiritual Protection. Increase the Lich's armor by 25. Not too useful. All sacrifices grant you an additional ultimate charge. I mean, it would happen faster. Or increase the Lich's maximum health by 50 from now on. Retaliate. I guess we'll do Metamorphosis. Get to the Lich faster. And we get all these. Merge. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Alright, hello, Silence.
You cannot see Silence anywhere nearby. However, you do spot something sparkling in the grass near the water.
Alright, thank you. Alright, let's keep going. Settle down, Woolsey. Everything's fine. Let's go. Next one. Alright, I think there's 5 more fights, or 6. Alright. Let's see. Let us see. They have a lot of health, dude. Dang. Alright, well, yeah, we want to bring in the Resurrected Golem. Let's give him existence. Give him some more health so he can survive longer. Yeah, we want to do a sacrifice. I suppose I could just do it now. Big hit as well, kinda. A lot of things cost 0. I could bring in... Yeah, let's bring in the Abomination. I'm gonna sacrifice him as well. Let's activate you, I guess. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Oh, well. Well, yeah, let's give that to him. We should probably promote him as well. Getting him to a higher level. Yeah, man. I don't like these all too much. Do a need for Worm. Bring him in. A lot of things are costing 0 now. Give him some protection. Send it. Okay, yeah, he needs to have self-awareness. We're placing cards ahead of time to make it... Well, we don't really need to make it cheaper, I guess. Okay, you go. We can go one more time. Activate you. Let's do it now. Whoops. Okay. Alright. We can bring in another Abomination. Not bad. At least he's dealing some damage. Let's do Inner Knowledge on you. Alright. Could do a synergy, bring in 2. You know what? Maybe we'll go. Let's go Necromancer. Man, that was super lame. Super lame. Well, Power Steal. And we'll just hit you, I guess. I mean, it doesn't matter who I hit. Whoever's... Yeah, you have the lowest armor. Okay, middle guy. Okay. Oh, we're getting there. Alright, let's see. I could do Wild Summon. That's the only thing I would do, though. Ooh, he's actually dealing an absurd amount of damage there. Okay. Huh. Now I have to think this through a little bit more. I'm probably gonna have to do the wooden flute no matter what. Even if I did a wild summon, the golem is gonna die super fast, and then that's my turn, and then I will have nothing for the following turn to deal with these guys. What do I have in terms of sacrificing? Not too much. All right, let's bring in the abomination, and I am gonna sacrifice him. I was hoping for a 0 costing something. All right, let's do a wooden flute, and let's end the round. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. Well, that's not good. Let's see. Yeah, I'm in a... Where's all my 0 costers? So, if I do the wild summon, I can sacrifice... Oh, I can't bring in the Fae. Can't bring in the Fae. Would have been nice to bring in the Fae. Could throw this. Yeah, throwing knife will at least kill one of them. Yeah, I do have a sacrifice available. Alright, Fae. Sacrificed. So you're out, you're stunned. Just this guy I have to deal with. Let's bring in the ghoul. Sacrifice him as well. As soon as he dies, I gain even more barrier. Not a bad idea. Well, actually, I probably want the abomination to come in, right? Let's do that. Abomination. Let's sacrifice the abomination. We get more armor. So we will survive no matter what. Okay. Alright, so again, what would be preferable is if I bring in a Fae and sacrifice him. Well, I could do life breather with him. Right, so I heal a ton from that. Are you immune to stun? No. Let's stun him. Yeah, then we'll just do a small activate. Yeah, we'll just end it there. So, I want to just... Okay, let's just become the the Lich. Okay, good. It looks like we can kill him at this point. Well, he has a lot of armor, so actually maybe not. Okay, he's the... Oh, wow. 100... So they're dealing 200 damage right now. So I have to go after that Stalker. And what would probably make sense... So if I have to think about this, what I need to do is do a power steal on the one that's going to live, which is him. It's not going to remove too much, though. It's actually very little, but it removes some of the damage. We're going to have to do a duplicate energy wave. Even that'll be close. I could still stun. Yeah, so if I do a... that's not going to be very good either. Well, okay, so if I do Funeral Fog, I'm fine no matter what, right? I should just play it safe. Funeral Fog, so I'm going to be okay. And then we can just do it. This fire thing will die. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And then we will do New Beginnings. Next turn I'll have a bunch of cards. Alright. Let's see. I have 5 energy here. Let's see. Yeah. Let's bring in the worm. Let's... come on. Choose that one. Do a sacrifice. Which is an okay hit. We can just bring in the golem just to feel a little bit safer. I could even bring in the Fae to get sacrificed if I have one available. I do. Okay. Activate a minion. Hit him. Yeah. Oops. Give him revenge. Alright, all he needs to do is get killed and we're through. 3 health left. I could bring in the Fae and sacrifice him, maybe. Can I sacrifice him? Maybe a little bit? Yeah, I could. But then I can't quite kill him. Alright, let's just kill him. Die. Dead. Smoke bomb, not particularly being used. Alright, inner knowledge, sign of revenge. I don't remember if we can put the same sigil on the same guy, so I won't do that. Scapegoat, man, I need another 0 costing sacrifice, so yeah, let's grab a second scapegoat. Add a card, Poisonous Path. Stun all enemies and reduce their armor by 20 until the end of combat. Okay, increase the Lich's armor by 25 and add 1 card, Death Mark, which is mark an enemy for 3 turns. Every hit it receives while marked reduces its armor by 20 until the end of combat. That's pretty good, because since I use so many worms, that's going to really stack very quickly. Alright. Alright, hello, famous prisoner.
The man looks at you with sad eyes. He is still unable to speak.
Alright, so he gives us a little bit of training. So I can get 5 damage each turn. Every 10th hit in combat is doubled. I don't know how useful that is for me because of being a summoner, or increase the max damage you deal by 3. Man. I guess I'll do explosive strength because I do remember distinctly that I'm pretty sure this actually does help my summons. And that's the important thing. Okay. Oops. I just pet Woolsey. Hey, Woolsey. Good boy. Alright. Let's go. So, let's go. Alright. Let's see. Primeval Grub, Stalker, Corrupted Giant, man. We got our work cut out for us. We do not have a golem. That means we need to do a sacrifice. So, let's start off with the sacrifice. Using a life breather. That's fine by me. Cool. We got a golem. Good. Very important. Give him some protection. What else do we want to do for him? We could even give him more protection, but he's actually looking fine. Alright, let's do an activation or 2. Yeah, let's do a life breather. Why not? And then we can do an activated summon. Then we can activate a Fae. We can add even more barrier. We could sacrifice the Fae, I suppose. Alright. I guess I could do Whispers in the Wind, but I can just switch now. I guess that's a good idea. I mean, they're not dealing crazy damage, so my Lich can handle it. Alright. Let's see. 20, 40. Alright, so about 70 damage in total. Just a death mark. That's a lot of damage. If I do a single energy wave, I'm good though. Let's first do a power steal. Let's take it from him. Then let's do an energy wave. Alright. So now we're good. We're not gonna be taking damage. Let's remove someone's armor. How long does this last? Till the end of combat, huh? So as is, yeah, I can't kill him. Okay, well, we'll just do it on him to kill him. Dead. And we can play one more card. I'll put this on you. So he's marked. Bring in a ghoul. Alright, so his armor is gonna go plummeting very soon. Let's bring in the golem. We want to do self-awareness soon. Let's do existence first. We could do a sacrifice on this one. I guess we will. Self-awareness on that guy. And yeah, we'll just leave it there. Alright, so an abomination wouldn't be bad in this case. The wild summon would bring in an abomination. You know what? Let's do it. I don't do it often. I have extra barrier. Even more extra barrier. Just in case things get bad. Okay. Inner knowledge. Try to get these guys to activate. Sacrifice him. Put armor on him. Make him activate again. And yeah. Alright, so sacrifice you. Alright, so what's left is the grub. Just one grub boy. Alright. Reduce his armor. Yeah, they just need to be doing a bunch of attacks. Sacrifice. Do a, okay, that didn't do as much as I'd hoped. Yeah, we'll save the Necromancer for later. Let's get rid of disturbance. Get it out of my cards. Alright, bring in another ghoul. Sacrifice the ghoul. Gotta kill. Well, that was a lot of damage, actually. That worked out. Can do an animated fave. I'm already at full health. Let's sacrifice him. Not dealing good damage. It's like damage. I probably have to become a Necromancer to control what's going on, because they're attacking too randomly. The abominations don't deal enough. Yeah, let's just do it. Alright. 5 energy, huh? So we want to duplicate one. We don't need to do an energy wave. He's already stunned. And I don't know. You lose your armor. Congratulations. Where is it? He's stunned anyway. Alright, I'll take that. And I'll almost kill him. I did kill him. Let's attack randomly. Hey, Internet Tomato, just dropping by to say hi. Give my thumbs. Oh, yeah, thumbs up off to work. Oh, sorry. Off to work. Stay safe and have a nice day and all. Thank you, Archbit. I appreciate it. Man, it's nice seeing you. I think I only got to see you once with streaming so far. I could be wrong, but let's see. All right, man. We just got some grub boys. They are the main concern. They're not bad. Okay, we could do a sacrifice. Yeah, let's do it with him. He gives us some armor. Let's leave him be. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's reduce their armor. May as well. Could bring in an abomination. Could do a need for a worm. Let's bring an abomination. We'll do a scapegoat. Give us more cards. Alright. We're getting there. Okay. Alright, we got it. Okay. Whew. Alright, level 19. Got some barrier. About to hit level 20. Alright, what do we have? Battle enchantments. At the end of each turn, the minion gains 10 barrier. Not too bad. Need for worm. We already have that. Christopher of Mortality. Billy. Do not like that one. Huh. Battle enchantments. At the end of each turn, the minion gains 10 barrier. I mean, obviously, we all know who that's going to. The Golem. Man. And it's not bad. It only cost me 1. Yeah. Okay. I'll do it. Got some Gar. Alright. Let's talk to the Squire.
Oh, good to see you. You know, I've been thinking about this stone you gave me. I realized that I could use some more of them after all. It shines in a really pretty way. It will be a perfect ornament for my throne room, don't you think? So, if you have some to spare, please let me know.
Attack him. So the passive gives me more gold, right? Or gain some wealth. I don't think I've ever seen that one as an option. Yeah, I was told to kill you, so... Okay. All you're doing is what? Summon an ally. Watch it. King Arthur. Okay. I don't know if I really need the Golem. I mean, I suppose I will. It's got to be something dangerous. Next one is cheap. Just activate. I don't know if I really want to do synergy or any of that stuff. Just keep activating him. Give myself some barrier. I didn't realize I had none. Okay. All right. We should probably. Wait, I thought that. Oh, he guess he changed his mind. This man's mind has been warped by the power of runestones too powerful for him to handle them. Maybe this is just supposed to be an easy fight. That's also a very strong possibility. Very strong possibility. Okay, bring them in. Protection. Do a life breather. Okay, he's pretty hurt. We'll just leave it. Okay. I'm assuming I have a sacrifice somewhere, right? No? Could do a need for worm. Yeah, let's go Necromancer, and you're dead now. Easy. Well, I got like nothing.
His body collapses, and his worthless treasures scatter all over the road.
Okay. Well. Alright. Okay, so guys, it is later than I thought it was. So, I'm actually going to have to be ending it soon here. Luckily, it's not like crazy towards the end, so that next time that I do play, like, you know, there'll be a little bit of time before, like, we reach the actual bosses, but I'm doing pretty good. It's just going to, like, take me an hour to get there, and it's too late for that. Have you played Slay the Spire 2, Tomato? And if yes, how do you compare the two? I have played Slay the Spire. I made it all the way to Ascension 19 on both the Silent and the Ironclad. Never won Ascension 20. It's too hard. Oh, I just couldn't do it. Actually, maybe Ironclad only got to 18. It was 18, 19, something like that. I did like it a lot. Eventually, I just, eventually it's just like, you know, you get interested in other games, you go back to it sometimes. You know, sometimes I just play a run, but yeah, I like it a lot. Comparison, well, this one obviously is a lot more variety. And this one is a lot darker, right? There's a lot of different stories. The system that you have with, you know, this is a roguelike game. Slay the Spire really isn't one compared to this. So I guess it just depends on what you're into. If you want something a little bit more simplistic, not too... well, yeah, if you want something a little bit more simplistic, obviously Slay the Spire. Also, Slay the Spire's runs are only about an hour, 45 minutes or something, so that also gives it an advantage, I think. Because, like, with this game, you could take, 3-4 hours, depending on the class. But yeah, guys, I am, sadly, Slay the Spire, more roguelike, Conquest, more RPG. Well, I believe that roguelikes typically have, currencies or like some sort of a system that gives you advantages in future runs. I believe that's typically a staple, which maybe it's just that some of them have that kind of stuff. But I will say that, right, Slay the Spire doesn't exactly have that compared to this. Of course, there's the Ascension. But something I did like, by the way, about Slay the Spire was I thought it was an interesting idea having, what was it called, like the daily climbs or weekly climbs, where they like kind of had some sort of an idea where, oh, can you win with these very specific relics? I did think that was entertaining. I did that a couple times. I thought it was a good idea, at least. But yeah, I don't know. Of course, what I like about this one is just simply this. Yeah, it is Tainted Grail. But anyways, it is a lot later than I thought it was, guys. So I am going to be ending the stream in a minute here. But I did want to just say thank you all to everyone who's been watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. This is the biggest stream I've ever had, so really cool. Yeah, I stream 3 days a week, 3 to 4 days a week. I have a schedule on my About section on my YouTube. I make lore videos once a week. I make playthrough videos every day. And I have a Discord on my About section if you'd like to join it. And, yeah. I think I'm going to rest now. It is a lot later than I thought it was. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thanks for the stream, Tomato. Next one with 50. Man, that would be crazy if I got to 50 viewers. Let me tell you, man. If I got to 50, I don't know. If like I think I'm gonna feel so weird if there's like 100 at one day. Like this time next year, if I have 100, I'm gonna be like, I don't know. That'll just blow my mind. It's very strange that people are interested in anything I have to say. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to be heading out. Thank you so much for being here, Name Assist and Kid Childs, Archbit, those who are, hanging around, the lurkers. I appreciate you all. I love you all. I hope you guys are all doing good, having a good day. Make sure to tell the people who you love that you love them. And, yeah, take care of yourselves, guys. See you next time. And the next time I'm streaming is likely going to be Tuesday. But yeah, see you around. Bye-bye.